Don't forget the sound.
You're good. You can go.
I know. I'm saying, remember, like the sound from last
Yeah, it's fixed.
week. Okay. So recap. Went into two cave-ins. Met two members of the Society of Brilliance, Garzalax and Y. They informed you of the gelatinous cube that they had found inside. They were unwilling to continue to go deeper into this hidden temple, this hidden area, because they're not the combative type. They're more research types. You've discovered that you're low on air, and seems like there was water slowly filling up this whole area. They teleported out, and you educated them to where there was a nether release temple that they could look into, a tomb. So you made your way in. You've discovered that you discovered and defeated the gelatinous cube and several oozes along the way, and now you're desperately trying to find some sort of exit before your air runs out. Does that sound about right to everybody?
Yep. Now, just a question. As a character, I don't care, but I want to know personally, if at all possible, how much air really is there, like realistically, like a few hours, or is this like you got like a day or two before it's gone?
Right now it's a little bit, it's just thin, and you're not able to tell, but shortly you're probably going to find out. You don't have very much.
Sounds good to me. I'm glad I haven't really done anything stressful since I've come in here, except for like walk.
Alright, so and do this for me. I need Sans Keth, but everyone else, give me an insight check.
Beautiful.
So Furble, this is something that you alone. This is something that you alone know right now. It's something that sparked in your mind. You're in a dark temple. There is no fire, but usage of fire would probably hasten depletion air in this. The small amount of air that you have. That's something that is kind of sparked in your mind. As you're thinking about that, there's a loud pop from just ahead of you where Nanashi ran last week.
Yep.
And then you feel an arcane backlash wash over you. Those of you that are familiar with either arcane or any form of magic,
Or
can
backlashes.
feel oral backlashes. You feel that your skin tingles, your hair rises up, and you feel that magical wave of energy pass through you.
What in the nine hills with that?
Um,
No rush forward. Behind Felsus.
Hey, Fel, you see a half orc right in front of you. That distance. Keth, would you describe your character? What he looks like?
Yeah, he's large. I mean, of course, he's a half elf. He's got leather armor, half orc. Sorry, he's got leather armor, a big backpack with little bits of metal and things hanging off of it, and a shield strapped to it. Yeah, he looks pretty young. He's got a wide jaw, and he's got like these big, like, hairy mutton chops. But he has close cropped black hair with kind of like a red bandana on, and it looks like it's seen a lot of sweat. There's if you know anyone that wears a hat constantly, then you know what I'm talking about.
Got that band of
Yeah, only it's not a
Sweatbands.
band. It's not a band. It's an obviously discolored bandana.
It's got the white or grayish streaks on it going all the way
Yeah.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's like the son of anarchy that they didn't show you so they could keep you with pretty boy Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, but and he does. He has the bearing of like a big burly biker.
Keth, you pop in. So they finish the ritual. You pop in, and you immediately get that sense of going from one area of the Underdark that had
Regular
nice,
air
cool,
pressure.
regular air. You do feel that thinness in the air. And one of the things that's prevalent is, of course, being in the Underdark. One of the things that your time in the Underdark has shown you is that it's always very quiet in the Underdark, and people tend to kind of honor that quiet by being a little bit quiet themselves, even when people talk. It's typically in like much lower tones, always inside voices, just because it's the way that the silence, they don't want to seem like snap the silence. Here, you hear the dripping everywhere around you, and you have dark vision, right?
Absolutely, I'm a half-orc.
And you can see that the wall, there are areas of the walls, despite if they're finished or not finished. There's glistening on the unfinished walls, like if it's just a cave wall, if it's rough, or if it's finished, you can see the water actively seeping out out of the particular area of wall.
Okay.
It's pooling at the feet, and then right in front of you are a drow.
Like surprised by the situation and his surroundings. Keth hasn't really noticed the draw yet. He's immediately turns and goes to like feel the wall, the surface, and he's like sniffing around the air, just taking in his surroundings more. And then he looks and sees people, or a reasonable facsimile thereof.
I'm gonna try Goblin first and be like, "Hello, friend, half-orc."
I speak back in Goblin. Who are you, and where's our friend at?
And then I ask Ray and Goblin why he's talking to me in Goblin.
And Keth looks completely confused at why these people are babbling in some guttural little language that sounds familiar, but not enough to know what the hell they're saying.
I don't have orc.
Keth, you were raised by dwarfs long
Correct.
enough to recognize Goblin when it's being spoken. Just
Oh yeah,
because
but not what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So you know they're speaking Goblinoid, excuse me. But you're not entirely certain. It's like when you hear someone speaking Russian. Oh, that's Russian.
I
Purple's
call
gonna push
out.
past
I
both
call
of
out
them.
in Dwarven. Why are you speaking in Goblin?
I'm confused. I thought that you spoke in Goblin first.
No, it's Fells.
No, Fells did.
I-
trying
I
to
would-
try the best.
understand
I'm
dwarf.
going to move up to everybody.
What was that, Jen?
I hear talking going on, so I'm going to move up towards everybody.
Okay. What form are you in right now, Jen? Still drow?
Correct.
But is it Melty Drow?
That's what I figured, Ray. I cock my head at the half-orc when he speaks in Dwarven, which I don't understand. And I'm just gonna try Undercommon, because we're underground. And do you speak Undercommon?
Oh yes, it'd be foolish to be down here without it.
I agree, but always surprised occasionally when what you find.
Fair enough. So, you'd be a drow then?
Yes.
Yeah, I expected you to be a bit taller.
I don't
Well, I
know
hear
why.
about. Well, I just hear about all the tales I've heard from my pa about how you run around and eat babies and murder the world, and I figured you must be bigger to do that.
Yeah, most of those stories are exaggerations and flat out fabrications.
Well, you expect a little bit of fabrication in the telling, but fair enough. Uh, are you the party that's recently run into the Society of Brilliance?
Yep.
Oh, good. That's just the people I'm looking for. My name's Keth Black Anvil, and I've been told by Y and the others to come see you. You're stuck in a bit of a tizzy.
Yeah, running out of air, trying to find our way out of here.
Ooh, that's a good point. Well, let's start with the yammering on then and make our way.
And while we're kind of walking on, I'm gonna look at Ray and go, "You don't speak Undercommon? Have we been speaking Overcommon this whole time?"
Have you been speaking Undercommon this whole time? Is the question.
I probably have been going back and forth if you don't speak Undercommon, so
I clearly do not understand the language that you are portraying here. Who is the new guy? And where is Nanashi?
well, Keth is apparently friends with. My mind just went blank.
Why?
So Y and Garzalax.
Y and Garzalax, from the Society of Intelligence or Brilliance
Brilliance.
or something like that.
He was sent to help us, Ray.
Yeah.
As for Nanashi, well, let's get out of here first.
Yeah. Hey, Keth, do you speak Common? Because I think the rest of us all speak Common, don't we? Surface Common?
Oh, I speak Surface. And Dwarven and Elven and Draconic and Undercommon. And, it pays to be able to read books written by others. You never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. Sounds like
I
you're
raise-
very well read.
I raise my eyebrow at the mention of speaking Draconic. I may have to pick your brain eventually. I've been wanting to learn that language for some time now.
Well, free flow and exchange of ideas is a cornerstone of a civilized people. And this is a bloody long hallway.
It is a bloody.
Hey, Furbo, I think you should go first.
All right.
Keth is going to put away his crossbow and pull out his shield and his dragon's breath.
Seeing that, Furbal's gonna kind of look back. No, we're low on air, right? We don't want any extra fire to burn it out.
Would Furball know what it is?
No, it's very alien. In fact,
Oh,
we've
that's
done
your-
modifications.
Your new thing, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either because you said Dragon's Breath, and I was thinking like potion of fire breathing or something.
No, it's like
It's the name of your gun.
yeah, it's like a broke down ghetto version of Hellboy's pistol.
Well, then
Cool.
look back. Is like, well, all right. Everybody sit.
Yeah, it's
and he
a
starts sitting down.
it's a very unique thing, something you guys haven't seen. It's very advanced, I guess would be the word.
And
This
This
hallway's
is-
very long. It's same situation, except that the water isn't pooling here because of the fact that the hallway does this, and a very slight. Let's see, the gnome and the dwarf would definitely recognize the slight shift in the elevation / decline elevation, and you can tell when the apex is somewhere right around where Furball is standing. So the water is sliding down almost imperceptibly.
When you mention the dwarf, am I to assume that you mean me?
Yeah, sorry. I keep
That's
thinking
okay.
because of the Scottish accent. The half-orc. Sorry, the half-orc. Because Dwarven
It's a
heritage.
gift.
Yada
It's a gift from me pa.
yada.
That's racist.
Your mother's racist. I'll take S words for 200.
Alright. Furbal's gonna keep going down and trying to keep an eye out for traps or anything, but going at a fairly quick pace.
I speak over Jen's shoulder to Keth. I say, "So, Keth, how did you come to be a member of the Society of Brilliance?"
Oh, I'm not a member. I hope to be, but I'm just well read and a bit personable, I guess.
Are there many perks that come with the job?
Well, I wouldn't know. I haven't got the job yet, have I? So far, it's go over here and do this and fetch that and tell me what this book says. But it's plenty of excitement.
It sounds like an intern position.
I do know what an intern is, but I guess it could be.
Entry
I will
level,
tell
I'm
you
sorry,
this.
yeah.
It's a bit weird to take your marching orders from a squid face thing like Grazalex. But
Oh, yeah.
he's all right when you
would
get
be
past
weird.
that.
Leo hugged him, and that just freaked me out.
Oh, she's a squid kisser, eh? Good for her. Tolerance is a good trait to have, eh?
Indeed.
So this room right here, as you guys are walking in, the water is piled up even higher in this particular room. It's coming up. It's sloshing around your feet. Your boots are everywhere you go. Water's being sloshed left and right. You have.
I just bought these boots.
There are 4 hallways. The floor is covered in heavy flagstone, and they go down.
Ach, would you look at that stonework? That's true craftsmanship. It's a shame it's locked away here from everyone, just to be flooded out by this murky water.
What's the side tunnel behind me?
Crap,
Or
that's
can I see any of that?
unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Someone created the fog of war and then peeled it back a bit far.
No, it's not that. It's just I was racing Dave's message and I accidentally something. It's not a big deal. So yeah, that goes that the wall is rough there. It looks like it was flagstone at one point, but it's crumbled in, and it goes into a section down curve there.
Yeah.
So
Does it seem more of an
ruined-
incline down that path, like water would follow it?
Yes, it looks like well, I guess it would be technically a decline. It's a slight one, since some of the water is pooling at parts.
Oh, did I say incline? My bad.
Well, we got 5 different paths.
Let's check them all out. Just kidding.
Furball starts kind of looking around. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, it's safe to guess that we don't want to go where the water's going.
He's gonna go to the
And
top
you
one.
want to go with it. You want to go where the air is, right? Fair enough. Let's follow the dour little fella.
He's a Duergar. He knows tunnels.
That's all well and good, but it's hard to keep up with his tiny little legs. They're
He's still
pumping
getting-
back and forth like crazy.
Furball kind of looks back and everybody's like, I'm a deep gnome, thank you.
You're a Duogar. You were a deep gnome.
in body only.
Hey, if he wants to be a deep gnome, who's to say he can't be? I'm just trying to keep up with his wee legs.
Furble, you see down the area slants down.
Slants down. No water ahead of us yet, though.
No, this area seems surprisingly free of water. The water's still coming out of the walls a little bit, but the floors are pretty dry.
So the water's bleeding in between like rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Creeping in, trickle, trickle.
You guys might be on a sort of an incline, so keeping the water away, which is why it's pooling down here at the bottom of the room.
I don't like long, straight hallways.
Well, it curves up there.
Yeah. Alright, guys,
Now,
keep your
when
eyes
you-
out.
Of
Open.
course. When you said it slants down, Will, you mean it slants down suddenly at the end?
No, it just,
It just turns.
I guess it curves.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. What do we got down here?
Hold on, Furble. Reveal here. All right,
Speaking of it,
I need a Dex saving throw from you, Furble.
How tight a squeeze is that passage?
Okay, so
Oh, I'm sliding backward.
Find a trap.
Furble, the ground collapses beneath you. You're able to grab at the ledge. You can see down. There's some murky water, and you just need an athletics check to pull yourself up.
Can I grab him and assist since I'm right behind him?
Yeah.
All right, so I give an athletics roll too.
Yeah.
Will do.
I'm good at those.
Okay, so you start hauling yourself up, and Keth just grabs you by the back of the belt and just lifts you the rest of the way with your help. And which side do you want to be on of the hole? Keth's side or the other side?
Well, I
It's
mean,
up to you.
Well, if I helped him up, wouldn't he be on my side?
yeah, I'd be on Keth's side if he helped me up, or if he pulled me
Not
back up.
necessarily.
Or not?
It's your option. It's up
I'll
to you.
be on the other side then.
1 second.
What's going on up there?
Found a hole.
Verbal felt
Watch your step.
How big is the hole?
5 foot square. It was clearly weakened on purpose, and when Furble stepped on it, it broke.
I went down
There's
the hole.
a splash down at the bottom. You can probably surmise that the reason why there is no water in this particular area is because it's all running down into this trap.
Hmm.
You see the water sloshing around.
How deep is it?
It's 10 feet.
Okay.
What do you need from me to be able to traverse that? An
Just-
athletics check or something?
Yeah, if you're going to hop across it, it's just an athletic.
Yeah, and Furbo would check, make sure nobody else needs help to get across, but
Keth slips on a small pool of water, and he
Can I try
stumbles.
and catch him?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a dex check.
that was,
I know that's not a very strong stat for you.
It's not.
What? How did you miss that with your 21 dex?
I
So
rolled a 4.
Keth slips and he falls forward into the the pit. You go to
Am I
grab him.
tall enough to like be across it?
So I have a quick
'Cause I'm
bookkeeping
greater than
question.
5 feet.
Do we get inspiration at the start of each session, or like in
Yeah.
scenario? So
Yeah.
can I use that to take the 20, whatever that is?
23.
Yeah, I'd like to do
Yep.
that.
Okay. So you go forward and you try to catch his belt loop and you whiff, and then you quickly come with your left hand and grab his pant leg. And since he's a blacksmith, his pants are very sturdy, very thick material, and easy to keep a grip on. And so, Keth, you're like this over this pit. You're about to fall in. I just need an athletics check from you, Fel, to pull him back, because now you've got all of Keth in your offhand, your left hand.
Okay.
Not many people get to make that claim.
That's true.
Into the pit.
We're both going for a swim.
Yes. So you have him, but he's very heavy, and you guys start to go down. And you, Keth first, then Fel. Yes, splash, splash into the water. It's high enough where you don't take any damage. It's just really just an injury to your pride. I think you're getting the bed rolls out this early.
So you're saying that this pit is 10 feet deep?
Yes, but the water at the end cushioned the fall.
Okay. So I figure I'm about, let's see, according to what I wrote down, I am 6'9". So based upon that, if I stretch my arms out and jump up, I can grab the lip of the thing and hoist myself up, maybe?
Sounds like a legitimate thing.
Unless I blow another athletics roll.
Yep, just got athletics out of here.
Whoops. I
We
guess
still
the,
have we
the
still have
tiles
rope,
that-
don't we?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of rope
Hold on.
on me.
So I do the white guy trying to dunk jump, and I get nothing but pit side wall.
All right, so I'm gonna leave.
It's certainly demeaning.
I pull up my 15 feet of silk rope and come on, let's get
Yeah,
you
I
out
have
of there.
some rope too that we could.
All right, so you're the Keth, you're a big guy, and this is a small tunnel. So you guys are wedged kind of down in there, which would explain the lack of ability to really get any mobility to get in that athletics jump, because you're essentially back to back with Fel in this squishy little tunnel now. Because even though Felsus is a drow, he's pretty lithe, and it's still two bodies in a 5-foot hole, and you're a big, bulky half-orc. So you guys are pressed back to back. Can't really get the momentum.
So can we do the back-to-back and try and crawl up the opposite sides of the thing?
You can't get your legs up.
Yeah, you guys are like sardine canned in there.
Gotcha.
I pull the 55-foot of hemp rope off my back, and I hand one end to Jen, and I say, pass this down the line. We'll get him out.
Well, I mean, I've
Will
got.
do.
Lady Drow, do you think you could climb up me? Just be careful of your womanly parts.
I can try. What do I need to try and scurry up Keth and out of the pit?
It would be another athletics check. While you're doing that, though,
Would you get a
start-
bonus because I'm like sturdy and most of the distance up to the edge anyway?
You ever seen a can of Vienna sausages? How all the sausages are like stuck together in there? That's how you two are in this. So getting the maneuverability is difficult. So he wouldn't get an advantage, but he's not going to get disadvantage either because he is a small, lithe character.
Or is it more of a check that we have to pull him out? Because you always have to fork pull those sausages out of the can.
Yeah, or I just turn it over and just dump them.
So is there a rope
Yeah, so
I
would
don't
I
buy
be
the
able
sausages
to
to begin
throw it
with
over
because
to
they're disgusting.
Verbal?
They are.
They are.
That's a kid.
Right.
So while
So-
that's happening, Keth and Fel, you guys start to realize why you didn't take any damage when you fell.
It's
As
something eating our boots.
yeah, the water around you coalesces and congeals and starts to attack you.
Oh, screw that. Get me out of here.
So it's a little bit of a Luke and gang in the trash compactor scenario here.
Right.
Well,
Except Luke and gang had a bunch of room.
as soon as he gets the rope, can like the three of us basically yank him out of there?
I've thrown the rope to Verbal.
Is my mic on? Yep.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, Fel's sorry, Verbal. Verbal, I was
So like, I'm seeing like we've got the rope going between all three of us up top, and it's kind of hanging down. And I'm thinking it's like the when you snap the belt or snap your belt, and it you've got the loop, and we pull it taut real fast and basically pop them out.
Yeah. So, Keth, you feel the tentacle writhe up around your chest, and it yanks itself down quickly like a whip. And as it does, you feel this acid burn across from like your left shoulder all the way down to the bottom part of your torso. You take 23 points.
I'm sorry.
20,
Did you say 23?
24, actually.
Wow.
Okay.
Since this is a new session, there aren't going to be too many fights in this one. Let's just do normal. I'm going to hold it before you roll. Let me get rid of the other.
Okay.
So we don't have a. All right. If you guys would please give me initiative.
Just the two in the pit, right?
Everybody, you guys are all part of this now. My wife did her initiative. Everybody cheer.
Nice initiative, baby.
Yeah.
So the pudding's going last.
Shocker with this -3 initiative. Fel. So the rope was thrown down. Fel, you're going to grab it. Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you attempting to bring Keth with you, or is this a one at a time thing?
I will attempt to bring Kath with me since I've got the rope.
Okay. You could do something as you're being pulled up, hook your feet under his armpits. Try to do that. It's going to require the people up top to pull, so only 2 people can do it. Who's going to be doing the actual pulling?
Looks like Furball and Jin, since
Well,
we're right there on opposite sides.
I'm on the other side with one hand part of the rope, and Verbal's got the other part. So
There's
I
2
guess-
ropes.
right,
2 ropes
so-
down there.
right, so it would be 2 of us, and me and Verbal.
Okay. So who wants to be the one doing the lifting? Oh, you guys have 2 ropes down there. Okay, so Fel, you're going to be grabbing Jin's rope. Jin, I just need you to give me an athletics check. Okay. Jin, you're able to pull up Fel. Fel, I need an athletics check from you.
Okay.
I think the
Hook
overnight
under.
started too.
Okay. So you hook your feet underneath of Keth's armpits, and as Jin's pulling, she pulls both of you out on that side.
Okay.
She's capable of doing that.
There's something down there.
Kess, it's your turn. You're now out. You're pretty injured, though. Guys, when Keth pops up, you see that he has a large acid burn on his clothes. Looks like his skin underneath is very red, burnt. And I don't know if you yelled while you're down there, or you just man grunted
Yeah,
it.
it would have man grunted it, but now that I'm up, I'm gonna be like, there's a bloody creature in the bottom of that hole. I'm not going back down there.
What side did Keth come up on?
The Fells' side, since Fells has brought him with him.
Okay.
You're on one side and everyone else is on the other.
It was all tentacles and burning. I mean, I've heard stories, but usually it's women, not puddings.
This place has been infested with oozes since we got here.
Hmm.
Which
Kev,
side
are
are we all on? I'm on Fels's side, or am I on
Yeah.
Furbol's?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will need to back up just a little, back up one square. Now, you see the tentacles coming out of the pit. It looks like it's going to be trying to pursue you.
Alright, can I hit it with my scimitar? I mean, is that the tentacles close enough to do that?
Yeah, it's starting to reach out on the side, so yes, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna hack its tentacles then.
What's the damage type for scimitar?
Slashing 1d6.
Slashing. I thought so.
Well, that didn't work, right? Hold on. I don't know why it's not working.
With the scimitar? I'm not looking on that screen right now, so.
Yeah, it's my button isn't working.
Okay.
Are
I'll,
all the little things highlighted, selected at the top?
How do you mean?
Like at the top of each melee attack, there's emote, attack, reach, range, ammo. They should be green if they're enabled.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you added it as an attack.
Oh, he just added the name into it.
Yeah. I don't even see scimitar.
There you go.
There you go.
Got it. Okay. So you slice into it. A tentacle flies off as it's trying to ooze out, and it slaps against the wall behind Furple.
Watch your head, wee man. Is there something inside of the pudding?
Did it split in half? Oh, man.
And it shrinks, and now there's a pudding right behind you.
Of course there is.
That's no good.
So I've got one behind me and then one climbing up out of the hole. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're both smaller now, so I mean, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Furball.
Well, I'm gonna... Let's see here.
You did 9 damage? Yeah, you did 9 damage.
I'm gonna kick up my right on my board and smash the one behind me.
Okay.
Initiatives aren't in order, though.
it's because of the. I'll fix that next round. You'll be fixed that next round, Ray. Sorry about that, bud. What?
I just said it's cool. I'll just wait for.
Don't worry about that.
Roll.
Okay, Furble, you smash it.
And now there are 5.
There's a big splash. You don't break off any parts, but you can see the fire eat into it. Looks like your attack was a little bit more effective in its damage type.
All right. I'll kind of call back to everybody. You've got to, I don't know, smash it.
Ray.
I can't really get through there. Shit. I'm gonna take a step back just to allow anybody to move out if they need to. And can I see it enough to cast a spell at the creature?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a spell that auto hits like magic missile, that would work. One that would require an attack, unless it specifically appears at the target, would be a no-go because you have to go through all your friends to get there.
All right, so I'm going to step back and I'm going to cast Magic Missile, muttering the words Projectus Irritante, and throw a 12-point Magic Missile at the creature.
Okay. 3 darts slam in. As they go into the pudding, they don't explode like normal, but when they get in there, they cause these little eruptions inside the pudding, and you can see it shrink down a little bit. It does not split forms. Is that 12 damage?
Yeah, that was 12 damage.
Okay, good stuff. Jen.
I am going to try to use Ray of Frost.
You're not going to be able to because Felsus and
He's on
Keth are
my
in
way.
front of you. Yeah. In this kind of situation where all you have to do is like this, when you're in battle, you're constantly moving. It's not like when it comes to your turn, you just go hack and you stay there. Battle's considered like flowing. So it's difficult to pinpoint it since they're right directly in front of you. If you have like a magic missile, that might be a good idea. Yeah, bad time. That's how the lightning works. Yeah.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, the first one. You got it.
She
Gotcha.
chain cast magic missile.
Yeah, she did apparently.
Huzzah!
Twinned it. 4, 8, 10 damage. Okay. So each one, same as before, they go into the pudding and create these little eruptions, and it gets a little bit.
Uh-oh. There we go.
She did it on purpose. Oh, by the way, Cass, forgot. Take 5 points. When you slash it when you're with your scimitar, you took 5 points of damage, and all the effects that come with that, which is like your weapon gets a little bit corroded.
So when he hit him with his weapon, he took an additional 5 acid damage?
Yes.
Ow.
If you melee attack a black pudding, you ate acid damage.
Splish splash.
Taking an acid bath.
But pudding is tasty.
All right, so Furble, seeing that the creature is mindless, it randomly turns to you and tries to strike, but you're so in tune with the attacks of the other pudding that you're ducking down as it's attacking, and the attack goes over the wall.
All right.
The other pudding. fails horribly as well.
He's a very dexterous, um,
Yeah.
deep dooter.
Fell.
I'm gonna place my hand on Kess's back and may Lot's blessing be on you and heal him for 5 hit points of damage.
Okay.
And
So
then
you
I'm
hear
gonna.
wounds heal up, and the acid damage, since it was healed so fast, the red goes away. There's still some internal damage, and you feel like crap, but your skin doesn't seem to be scarred.
And it heals for how much?
For 5?
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, it's not more, it's just a limited resource.
Keth.
Whew, it took a bit out of me.
Yeah, try and get out of dancing with your partner.
Yes, it's a good idea. I'm gonna back out if I can. Can I get past them to get out?
You can move through them, yes.
Alright. It's no place for a man with a sword.
No, it's definitely not.
Or a wee man with a board, for that matter.
And it's a true statement, but still bewildering.
Okay, so I forgot that my rolls go to me on that. I don't know why. So he was surprisingly perceptive for a pudding. Going to a turn and that's genuinely surprising. Perception is a negative.
Jump over the pudding, Purple.
As you're backing out, the 2 tentacles you didn't because the way the body shifted seemed to be facing Verbal, but 2 tentacles shoot out and you barely dance back fast enough. They tink off your armor, leaving small little acid burns, but nothing damaging. The armor barely saved you. Ray.
All right. I'm going to follow suit and do the same thing. I'm going to fire another blast at these 3 here, seeing that Furball is effectively surrounded. And I'm going to yell,
Okay.
Furball, get out of there. Ten points of
Okay,
force.
slam, slam, slam. As the explosions erupt inside the pudding, smaller and smaller it gets as bits of the pudding are flown on the wall.
All right.
You can see that Terminator style, he's trying to coalesce them, but the damage that you did fractured it in such a small amount of way that he's not able to collectively control it at all. Verbal.
Let's see. I'll turn back around.
You can do it, Fribble.
I'll turn back around and smash the one covering the hole.
Okay. Okay.
And
I forgot something for 1 second.
Mhm.
So you take 5 from the first attack that you did to 1, and then 1 from the second.
Alright.
And even with the reduced damage from your now corroded Zirkwood club, you were able to splash it. It splits in 2, slaps on the wall, and then goes into a liquid form. Clearly no longer a threat. Jen?
Okay, will I be able to move up and use Ray of Frost to the other black pudding around Verbal or not?
The ray. No, you would have to be in Furbal's position to see the pudding.
Yeah, it's tight.
Right behind Furball. You're not pressing the button, by the way. Right behind Furball is the hole. That's why that black square is there. So if you have the ability to levitate, I will grant that.
Flame strike.
Sorry. Jen.
Alright, well. Try to do magic missile again.
Ah, there is no try. Okay, so slam, slam, slam. Magic missile. MVP on black puddings. So Furblade, finally, the streaking of the magic missiles distracted you just enough as the smaller explosions erupted inside the black pudding. It was able to slink a tentacle around both of your legs and pull it out, leaving burns on your ankles. 20.
2-0.
Tells
22-0,
us.
right?
Yeah, 2-2, yeah.
2-2 or 2-0?
2-0. I'm sorry,
Okay.
2-2.
Oh, well then I'm down.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, it's 22. 75 bludgeoning plus 17 acid. Oh, sorry. You guys can't see the damage. I forgot I was testing the rolls out. I didn't want you guys to see it, so I forgot that it has whisper to me. Stupid damage.
Yeah, verbal collapses on the ground then.
Makes sense. Pulls your ankles out from under you and you fall down. You hear Furbal's Zerkwood board clank, 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 clank. Jen, you can see him drop. Felsus.
Okay. I'm gonna try and run up and jump across the pit.
Okay.
Assuming that works, I'm gonna heal Furball for 5 and try and interpose myself between the pudding and him.
Yeah. What's your strength?
14.
Yeah, you can jump a distance equal to it's 2 times your strength or half your strength. Either way, you can definitely jump 5 feet. That's not even going to be an athletics check.
Then I will heal Furball for 5, and I'm not sure how that works with us both in the square, but he's still down, right?
Yes, until he gets back up, then you guys are going to have to make a choice because you don't really. You can do a standing jump across. That would be a little bit more difficult. Last time you had running room.
Right.
So
I'm just going to try and interpose myself between him and the pudding then.
Okay. Keth.
I'm going to use my second wind and try and regain some hit points because there's nothing much I can do from this side until they're leaping over their little hole or they kill the pudding.
Okay. Ray.
All right, so there's nothing I can really do from back here. So I am going to. There's no way I can get across, is there?
You can. The problem is that once you get over there, you and Felsus can't exist at the same space at the end of your turn.
Can I move or can I take a full move to where I can move 60 feet, use part of my action to jump across the hole and the other part to like spring off the wall and end up behind the black pudding? with like an
That-
acrobatics check or something?
That sounds amazing, and I'm all for that.
Okay, so I'm going to activate my sword dance or my blade dance, so I get bonuses on acrobatics, and I'm going to charge forward and say, "Incoming, Jin," and I'm going to kind of handstand off her shoulder and flip across and bounce off the wall and land over here. Let me get an acrobatics check, I guess. So I'll do
so many things.
Okay, so I have advantage on this roll. Oh God. Well, it only takes a 10 to jump your strength.
Yeah, you're fine. It's not flashy, but then again, you had about 17 tentacles coming at you while you were doing it, and you were twisting more than Spider-Man getting goblin bombs thrown at him. But you do end up on the other side.
Okay, and as part of my move, I'm also going to draw my the broken short sword, not my father's.
Okay.
I'm going to draw the little one. All right. That's all I
Nice.
can do.
All right, Furball, you're on the ground. Staying there, or are you going to try to go back?
I can melee attack laying down, can't I? Like smash the thing.
You really want to go away?
What would you try to smash it with? Like just punch it with your fist?
With my board.
Oh, well, that's true. You did drop the board. Yes, if you give it to me at disadvantage, I'll let that happen. Basically, you're just going like this action from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it. It's a big giant ooze.
And yeah, I'll actually just stay there.
So you just splash back on your face as you take 3 points of damage. Or, I'm sorry, 6 points of damage. And the fire consumes the remaining ooze.
Oh.
Ugh. So this mild flash of fire happens. Is it red, or what color is your crimson?
Purple like lock.
Purple? It's purple? Oh, it's always okay.
Rite of
I'm
flame
making stuff
is all
up.
it is.
I don't remember what Travis had made it as. It's kind of a dealer's choice on that one. That's whatever he wants to do.
I mean, the title of it is Rite of Flame, so something lothy, I guess.
Probably like a purple flame. A big thing.
Probably, yeah.
Right, so Furball collapses back down. You can see these pock marks. It looks like Adama from Battlestar Galactica right now.
I heal him of one.
All right, Furball, you wake up. You're in some pain because the quick healing of that damage prevented any scarring. But your face is so sensitive. Like you just spent 15 minutes loofahing, and you only have like 2 layers of skin left.
I don't know that I'd notice any difference with a charisma of 8.
Well, maybe you're very handsome. You're just a jerk or awkward.
I carefully stepped through the nasty pudding. You're all right, Furball.
You stepped into my square. Trying to help Purple up.
You guys are all making love in the square right now.
Yeah, as I'm getting up. Yeah. The thing hit a little harder than I expected it to.
So, Will, are you saying at this point that Felsus' virtue is a thing of the past?
Yes, he's popped his square cherry.
I was stuck in a 5-foot hole in the water with a half-orc.
This
Then
is
in,
true.
Then in the same square with a tiefling and a Duergar used to be a
Griff Neblin.
Yeah, but Loth likes chaos, so just from the fact that you hop from a one-on-one to a three-way, I'm sure she'll forgive you.
As long as there's no kids, I'm sure she won't care.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like bang a demon just to like graduate school for Drow.
So I'm feeling a little drained on the whole healing thing, guys, so we might want to be careful here.
Yeah.
So Leo comes up with that classic side eye that she gives everybody all of the time. Furball. And she touches your shoulder. I guess, once again, I've got to save the day. Heals you for 2.
That was perfect.
It is, yeah.
Look, I'm the one that jumped over a pit into the ooze to heal him twice.
Leo shrugs, gives you like a semi side eye. She's still not sure if she likes you, and she goes back to next to Kath.
I'm sure you get something like, yeah, that's just like your opinion. When in reality, Loth was the one that gave me the inspiration for you to do that. You're welcome.
And that's Will and Colin's Leo impression for the evening.
So I do think we should try and find our way out of here as quickly as possible.
Agreed. I don't know if I can survive much more of this place.
I'm gonna take advantage of my blade song, and I'm gonna move down here just to look around the corner and see if there's anything, any other passageways besides this area that we're seeing up here.
You're gonna get the full Cosby.
Move up. I'm gonna try to leap across the hole.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you don't have some really horribly negative 1 to strength, a 5-foot hole is not hard to jump across.
Unless you're having to make athletics rolls.
It's true. There was this comically bad. The DC was 11 on that, by the way. 11 for both. So,
Hey, well, I'm gonna make my way down this chamber. Is anything gonna like open out and grab me or something?
You're going down that particular one?
Yeah.
All right, give me a dex check.
Here comes the other ooze, or pudding, or whatever.
God, another hole in the floor. Oh!
Splash! You take a point of damage as you hit the bottom. It's a lot less water. You hear, is it a man grunt, Keth, or is it just a whoa?
Nobody's around really, so it's like kind of a man shriek. That's a dead fucking alien.
So you guys hear a man shriek / unceremonious rump plump. Furball, you would hear it easily. Well, anyone would, because it's even despite the dripping in the walls, it's still the Underdark. So there's a mild level of quiet at most times.
Well, I immediately, upon falling in a hole, take out my scimitar and start stabbing the bottom beneath me. So when you guys come to see me, I'm just in a hole, furiously stabbing water.
What's in there? What are you stabbing?
I don't know, but I'm sure I'm gonna get it sooner or later.
Keth, you're stabbing, and you're stabbing down. Are you touching the stone with the blade, or are you just kind of like just making sure without like slamming it into the stone?
He said furiously.
Okay. So as you're stabbing it,
water, but I'm not stabbing concrete.
yeah, you tink off something and you bring up your scimitar at one point, and there's this bracelet that you've impaled on. It's bejeweled. There are 3 large oval-shaped, looks like green gems, maybe jade, emeralds. You're not entirely certain. You've kind of smushed it in half. It's like when you take a bracelet and it's typically oval, and then you turn it into a hot dog bun.
Ooh, who's a pretty lass? That'll go in my pocket.
Okay.
Can I try to like hoist myself out of this thing? Do you have another athletics roll for me to fail?
Yeah, just athletics affected.
All right, bear with me
Come
just
on.
a moment.
Come on, LeBron. Hit your 11. That's all you got to do.
Oh,
You're good.
Finally.
You rocket jump out of there. So you can do the leapfrog. I don't know if you've ever seen NFL guys do that, but basically you pull yourself up and then you end up in a crouching position at the lip of the hole. English fails me.
Words.
Words.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
So in
I'm
front
not
of you,
sure. I think there was a big pudding in that one too, but I just kept stabbing until there wasn't anything left.
very furious. Ray, you see there's a large door in front of you. There's a relief, but the relief has long since been etched away by time. So there was some sort of carving there. You perhaps can picture some sort of statue. You're not entirely certain. It's so faded and worn. All you can really feel is like the bumps on the door.
All right. Before I approach it, I'm going to investigate the flooring and make sure that it is safe to walk across.
Okay, give me a perception check. Seems safe. You don't notice anything.
Well, it seems I found a door up here. And I take a step forward and kind of approach the door and kind of look at it and try to get a better view of what it could have been.
It's so old and worn, you're not entirely certain. You roll a religion check, though.
All right. What does it seem to be made of? Is it like stone?
Yes, it's a white stone.
Petrified ancient Wang.
You kind of. It could be a Gonadarian type symbol, but you're not entirely certain. Perhaps one of the Ooze Lords. It's so faded.
Well, if my memory serves correct, this seems to be faintly reminiscent of the Drow Ooze goddess Gonadar. Or god, excuse me.
Or whatever it is, I guess. Question mark.
Does it seem to be locked? Is it like a...
No, it's slightly ajar, but only slightly.
But you said
The
it was
rest
a
of
door.
the time, it's a door.
Most of the time it's a door. It's right now. It's
I'm faintly skeptical as to whether we should go in here or not.
Well, it's better than. I don't know.
Well,
Can't
we're
be any
running
worse
out of
where it came
air,
from.
so maybe there's air in there.
That's a good question. Can I feel any air like coming from the crack or anything?
There doesn't seem to be a perceptible pressure change between the two. You know how if one area's got more or less or hot or cold, you can just feel at the door. It doesn't feel like it.
Okay. Should I open this door or not?
Yes.
Yep.
I push the door open slowly and kind of peek around as I'm opening it. Is it open one way or the other? Or is it a double door?
It opens in.
Oh, this is beautiful. Let's go.
In the middle of the room, you find April's head. No, she was covering up the fountain. I just had to move the map.
There's a stone fountain with a raised edge. There's basin itself contains this shallow brackish water. There's a broken statue that rests atop a pedestal. All that remains are a pair of clawed stone feet clutching the pedestal stop. Pedestals, pedestals top.
Pedestal, stop!
Stop it! I've said no already once. Carved into the walls are these niches. There's 7 of them. That's the circles here. Exactly.
Are they niches for quiches?
Alright, so I'm just going to move in up to this point and kind of give the area an investigative eye. I'm going to check out what this is.
There are several sculptures that in those niches. That's one of them. It looks. Imagine if someone had a brick of gray clay and was in the process of making something, and then just stopped. It's mostly formless.
Like an ooze.
Yes.
Okay.
It is an ooze.
Alright, I'm going to check out this water to make sure there's nothing in there waiting to pop out in the ambush.
Start spreading those.
Oh no, hold on, that didn't work. 1 second there, Ray.
Oh god.
What did you do? What did you do?
I looked in the water.
Ray, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
So the statue forms this, and I see statue with air quotes, forms into a momentary tentacle, lashes out at you, and then dissolves into the ground.
Which statue? The one behind me?
Yeah,
Or
the one I just couldn't find the sheet before you decided to turn. That's when you were looking at it when you got close. That's what it did. It missed you though.
Dark Maiden's Dance, and I like step back from it. What is this place? Does it seem to be still moving?
And it's gone now. It's dissolved into the. You can tell that there are 4 more of those statues. I've just accidentally deleted them when I was deleting Dave's message earlier.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm satisfied that there's nothing else coming out of that statue. I'm going to turn around and...
Yeah, the statue went away. It dissolved. It turned into a tentacle, slapped you, and then just dissolved. So there's not even anything in the niche there now. Niche, how you want to say it. You said you're looking at the water.
Yeah, I'm going to peer into the water.
Okay.
Does it try to bitch smack him as well?
It does not. However, looking into the water momentarily, you see something start to rise to the top.
Fuck.
It's a body.
Oh, okay, that's better. That makes me feel better.
The body of a severed elf penis given form and direction. It's coming for you. Quick, run.
It's horribly scarred. Give me an insight. Anyone looking at the body.
Not bad.
Ray,
I want to.
Go ahead.
Just while Ray's looking at that, I want to go to one of the other statues, but I want to just go up and hit it immediately with the flat of my blade.
Okay. You get close and it tries to smack you. Squash it with your blade. Dissolves. Seems like you get the idea that they're, when they get near, happen.
Right. That's what I thought. So I want to I want to throw the rope at the other two in succession to see if it'll trigger off of just anything coming near.
Yes. Soon as it gets close, soon as the rope gets close, the same thing happens. They singe sections of the rope. So when the second time when it comes back, it's about 2 foot short.
Okay.
Upon inspecting the body, I look at everybody else and I say, well, this answers what happened to our monk friend. This is clearly Nanashi.
That's Nanashi?
This is Nanashi. Or was.
Well, crap.
I did tell him not to run off. No time to dwell on it. We gotta find our own way out of here first.
Right.
Agreed.
Does the air feel any like more or less thin now, Will?
It's feeling less and less, more and more. I'm sorry, it's feeling more and more thin. Let's see, Fells, Ray, and Jin, give me perception checks.
I don't notice anything.
Ray, and it makes sense since you're the closest. You can tell there's more than just the body of poor Nanashi in there. There's something glinting at the bottom.
I'm gonna stick my finger, just the tip of my finger in first to make sure it's not acid that I'd be dipping my hand into.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. No, it's cold, brackish water, but doesn't seem to be pain.
All right, I'm gonna reach in and quickly grab it up and move over to the side and see exactly what it is.
You found Nanashi's platinum wang ring.
There, you see a couple of things down in there. The first thing that you're able to pull out is a vial, and on top of that vial is a bracelet that it's gold. It's got 3 oval-shaped green gems in them. They could be jade or they could be rhodonite. I say they're green because you can't, but you really can't see them. You have dark vision. They'll end up being green.
Well, it seems there's more to this fountain than just Nanashi, and I start pulling the other stuff out and laying it up on the side there to kind of get a look at what they are.
You're able to fish out about 30 silver pieces, 31 silver pieces, and a. Do you have religion, Ray?
I am not proficient in it, but I have a +4 to it.
Okay, give me a religion. You pull it out, and it's you can tell just from your familiarity from reading on the subject. This is a sacrificial dagger of Loth. It's much longer than your typical dagger. The blade is fat. It's on the verge of becoming a short sword. Very sharp. The blade is straight at the top. It curves at the bottom, and the hilt is in the shape of the Spider Queen. You can tell it's relatively old because her form is more drow than Drider.
Okay, can I inspect it maybe with a history or an arcana check to make sure it's not magical or anything?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check. Definitely not.
Definitely magical.
As the spider legs start to grasp your hand, you realize it's magical.
Yeah. It's very nice, lightweight and balanced, extremely sharp. The edge is a little too sharp for a blade this old. Also, when you pull it out of the water, it's immediately clean, not rusty or anything.
I give it a few test swings and I turn around and look at Felsus. This may interest you, Fells. And I hold the blade forward to him. Seems to be some sort of enchanted multi blade.
Definitely. Probably Lil a little more than me, but I'd definitely be interested in it and trying to figure out why it was here.
Are comms breaking up for anyone else, or is it just me?
It's breaking up, yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, it's breaking up for everyone, I think.
Okay, I thought it might have just been my connection or something.
Well, okay, so I look over at Lale. Did Felsus actually take the sword or the dagger?
Oh, I mean, I'll take it for now to look at it, but it's gonna end up with Lale. I'm making no,
All right. I look at Lale and I kind of meet her eyes and I do this like, and I point at my book.
Lael's looks at you, and with this smirk, anyone could have found that. Hardly qualified.
You thought I could have found this book as well.
But it was I that found it, and as much as I love the Spider Queen, that book is much more precious to you.
Can I use an insight check to see if she is lying?
I can't tell. I don't know what they would say, so I'll let you guys hash that out next session.
Well, you found the book. I found the knife. It's clearly some sort of religious symbol, and you are a clerical loaf, are you not?
Your old question. Why sit here and smack our lips about this? Wasting our...
right. We should get out of here while we can.
Alright. So, Felsus, you just hold on to it until me and Lale can work something out.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to just take another quick scour of the rest of the room, staying away from any statues.
Leo kind of wanders off into the other section of the room, mumbling something about how anyone would dare barter a religious artifact of Loth with a Loth, mumble. Grumble.
Yeah, Furball's gonna head back one of the safe paths that he's already taken.
Okay. Which path
Yeah.
are you guys? Is everyone going on the one of the
I'm
two
gonna head back
that's
up.
already been opened? Or you guys gonna risk paths 3 and 4?
I'm going to the one where I know there's a hole. I can just jump it.
Okay.
I'm going there as well.
And hop.
Yep, I'm going to follow along with Jen and Furball. Hopefully we don't hear Kethka again.
So speaking of that, I'm gonna go down this lane that I'm looking at right here. Will.
Oh god.
Roll blade traps.
Give me a dex check. Okay. It starts to crumble, and you immediately just hop across, and it. Hear the rest of the shale.
What's in the hole? Can I see?
Similar hole, same exact construction.
I know you're in there, wee beastie.
Furball's gonna call back out of the tunnel he came from.
Pudding. You broke up, Travis. Say again.
I was gonna say Furball's gonna call back down the hall he came out of. Keth, where are you?
You better call yourself lucky. I've got other things to do. I know you're in there. You wee black bastard.
Does Keth consider this this challenge unaccepted? Thus, he's won the duel against that pudding.
That is correct. I'm over here. I'm coming along.
But at least we know you bested that pudding.
Oh, aye.
I didn't want to do it.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm going to do is eat a big bowl of blood pudding. I'll show him who's boss.
You got it, Kev. true winner.
That's
So-
right. Me veins is pumping with tiger blood.
Winning. Fel, this room is flooded. It's not above your ankles yet, but it's close, and the water is pouring in from the sides and the ceiling.
Okay.
And you can see the ceiling is cracked heavily, and there's a lot of water coming in.
Does anybody have a good idea on how to get out of here rather than a really bad one?
What about the ceiling?
Well, we can't go back because it's blocked off. We
Well, I
can't go
mean, the water's got to be coming in from somewhere.
Yeah.
There was one tunnel that we did not progress down back at the beginning.
That's true.
Okay.
But I'm going to come forward and I'm going to. How deep does this water look? Does it seem to have any flow to it? Is it like got a current?
It's about a foot so far. It's coming in fairly fast from the walls and the ceiling, but it's basically like you're filling up a pool, so the water's coming from the sides and the top. No real flow other than the fact that it's just splashing because it's coming in. Which is one of the reasons, obviously, that the air is running out, because the more water comes in, the more air is shot out its little crevices.
Yeah.
Pervert, how dare you talk about this dungeon's crevices?
It's so rude.
Wait, how deep do you say the water was?
About a foot deep.
Seems to be about the foot.
So I have a really terrible idea.
So do I. You first.
Does yours
You can
involve
do that
trying
often.
Does yours involve trying to anchor ourselves and making the crack bigger?
Half of it. We're underground. Water has to be coming from somewhere. It's not just going to seep for miles and miles.
Oh yeah, but I
Right.
mean, it is the Underdark. It could be an aquifer. And if you really want to drown faster, I'll hold you under the water.
Yeah,
I
but
think we should take the smart route and go back and take the right instead of what we took.
if there's an aquifer,
Okay.
there's a way out.
As long as you can swim long enough.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't fancy drowning to death under a giant underground river. Or lake,
Yeah.
for that matter.
So let's check the other way then, real quick.
There.
So, I look over at Kath and I say, well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I have capabilities of traversing long distances of underwater.
Oh, aye, do you turn into a merman?
I am a wizard. What kind of wizard would I be without having some sort of backup plan for every situation?
Like getting thrown into a drow prison.
There you go. I
That was not my fault.
moved you guys to focus the map of the other section. You guys don't have to just move your carriages if you don't want to.
I wasn't sure if there was anything that was going to spring up, so I wanted to try and move partially until you said otherwise.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste your time. I wasn't going to waste you.
Well, this looks like a dead end to me.
This particular
Perfect.
room is the walls are clearly collapsed in this room. They were smooth and shapen at one point, but the dilapidation and probably some of the earthquakes that have happened recently collapsed them, and now you have these rock walls. The water seeps in, but not as much as some of the other rooms, because cracks have been closed up so much by the crumbling walls.
I look around and I say, on the plus side, we're not going to drown.
Well.
On the
yeah.
minus side, we'll still run out of air.
Agreed.
So I'm thinking the bad idea is the best plan.
I think the bad idea is the only plan.
Right. So So I'm gonna go. I want to head back over here, but I want to try and find a rock, like a big rock on the way.
Okay.
Like there.
So
Can we really not tell any like air difference or air quality? There's no air coming in from anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
So my assumption is if we break this crack in the ceiling open wide enough, the water's going to come flooding in. But until it starts to fill this room, it's going to try and sweep us out of the room.
Well, let's see how strong the water flow is first.
But that's why I brought the rock, so I could tie a rope to it, and then we can tie ourselves to it and not get swept all the way through this place.
Or we just drown in this room.
Yeah, well, that too.
Alright. Ferb will give you the 15 feet of rope. If you want to drown yourself, go for it.
Looking around this area, there doesn't seem to be any sort of like hidden doors or anything. Can we use a perception to try to see?
Sure. Perception check.
No, I don't see shit.
Nope. Hmm.
Hmm.
Doors. Don't forget, guys, you guys are making.
What? I couldn't hear you.
You make all perception checks while you're using your dark vision.
Oh,
With disadvantage. Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Unless we want to burn up the area even faster.
Well, I plan on tying myself to the rope, but who's going to break the ceiling?
I'm clearly not strong enough for that. But do let me know before you decide to break it so I can prepare a spell. Gonna be hilarious if we have a TPK due to drowning.
Right?
What'd be worse is straight up asphyxiation. We just, we couldn't figure it out. We all
Suffocated.
bring them. Dead, just dead.
Game over.
New characters.
Skip forward to the asphyxiation. But at least right before you die, you have like euphoric thoughts. So who's doing what?
Well, if everybody's
I'm
set,
staying at the doorway till we figure something out.
I'm asking Dawnbringer. Try as hard as you can to at least get a flash of light out or a brief glimmer. We need something to be able to see by here.
So the theory is the water's coming in. If we break one of the cracks open wider, we might be able to swim out.
Yeah.
Dawnbringer's trying really hard. That is so cold.
So
mighty.
well, if everyone's set, then Ferb would reach up and start picking
Okay.
rocks.
I cast Alter Self with the aquatic adaptation and grow gills. And webbed feet and hands.
Okay, so the chamber is 10 feet to the ceiling. How are you guys smacking these?
I shoot a volley of magic missiles at it after I cast my aquatic adaptation.
I repeatedly throw my board at it.
You throw your board at it?
Yep.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything to assault the crack?
I already used Ray of Frost.
Stone's probably immune to frost anyway. Alright, so
I could fire a bullet at it, but it's only going to do D6 damage.
No, I'm just curious what everyone's doing. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'll give it a try. I'll tell everyone to stand back and
I'm gonna.
cover their ears.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back into the area.
Everyone back up just a wee bit, and you might want to cover your ears.
Furball's gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Or not.
I'm backed up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna just fire around into the crack, just for the hell of it.
Okay. So the chamber, you fire the bullet, the sparks shoot out the side of the chamber. This loud crack happens. Barrel starts to glow. Bullet slams into the crack, and water starts flooding down on you and Felsus.
Alright, I reholster it then, and okay, we've got the water now. What else? What's step 2?
What?
Try and make the hole bigger. I'm gonna.
There's like this. You've put about the bullet, the crack, dead center, one of the massive cracks, and it's spider webbed out in this China vase type pattern, and the hole is about 5 foot, 6 foot.
Yeah. So between
How much bigger do you want the hole? It's pretty big as it is.
Yeah, no, that looks big enough.
between the loud crack and the rushing water, Furball's like yelling to be able to be heard. What the hell was
it's
that?
very loud. Well, we're in an enclosed space in the Underdark, so that
It echoes.
the reverberation of the echo is still going on, and now the water's coming in like you're in, you're at a water treatment plant, and then this is just flooding down extremely.
All right,
Like
so
water.
I step forward and I fire off my last volley of magic missiles, trying to kind of follow the crack a little bit, spreading out the force of impact to try to open up a larger hole.
Okay. So are you aiming all 3 of the darts at one specific spot, or are you trying to pinpoint different ones?
No, I'm kind of spreading them out so that it like hits like a larger area, maybe the weaker looking spots on it, to try to make it like a hole big enough that we could all swim through at one time instead of having to go one at a time.
Okay.
And that's my last first level spell till the rest.
So they hit, cracks form in the ceiling, the entire ceiling collapses down.
Ow!
Yeah, everyone but Jin's gonna take about a point of damage from rocks slamming you in the head. Give me well, let's make this fair. Give me a dex check.
I'll just take the one.
Check or save? Check.
A
Right?
dex save, sorry, yes, correct.
Can I just take the damage?
You can just take the damage if you don't want. If you don't want to dodge out of the way of a falling rock.
It's 1 point.
Alright, Ray, you take it. Furball, you save.
Thank God. I think Furball's still only.
You were right there under it, Ray. It just came down, and one of them just like socked you on the temple. You have a small bloody bruise right there.
Okay.
And the water's rising rapidly. It's already up to your necks, flooding out of the room as well. It's coming in so fast. The room's at a slight decline, so it's harder for the water to escape this particular room. And within 30 minutes, you guys, most of the room, you guys are slowly rising. Can anyone not swim?
Don't know why we wouldn't be able to.
Is anyone carrying anything extremely heavy?
Well, I'm gonna cut the rope off myself once I don't
Yeah,
get
you don't
swept out of
you
the
don't
rope.
want to be tethered to the bottom. That would be bad.
What's extremely heavy?
I would say more than 50 pounds of stuff.
You said more than 50?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I am.
I don't know that we've. Oh well, yeah, you'd be the only one that would possibly have that much.
I have leather armor, 2 short swords, and a dagger. That's basically it.
What do you have, Keth?
Scimitar, crossbow, shield, leather armor, my metal smithing kit, my backpack, my gun, bullets, crossbow bolts.
So you're gonna need to drop some weight, or you're not gonna be able to swim to the. Basically, like you're wearing plate mail right now. You're a strong guy, but that's a difficult task to get to the top here. And this is something you're going to realize early on. It's not like once the water comes up to your head and then a little bit above that, you start trying to tread, and you realize I've got all this weight on me.
You want to like give me that backpack and maybe I can carry that for you? And
Yeah, this does not have to be an underwater decision. An above water decision.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just trying to. When I put down what I had, I didn't configure like all the weight in to see what needs to be dropped and what doesn't. So give me just a second.
Fine.
And once the chamber is almost completely filled, like within 30 seconds to a minute of losing the last bit of air that we would have, I'm going to refresh my alter self for aquatic adaptation.
Okay.
All right. If I give Felsus my backpack, which has my metal smithing kit with it, then it will put me right under 50 pounds.
Okay. You're a strong guy. You can probably swim that with 50 on you. So seems
Okay.
legit.
Yeah, if you can hump this bag for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd hate to lose my metal smithing kit.
How much
Just
does
give
the
it to me by my
metal
die.
weigh?
It's like 8 pounds plus whatever the weight of a backpack is.
So like
3.
10 pounds. 10, 11 pounds.
Right.
Phil, what's
Thereabout.
that put you at, roughly?
leather armor, 2 short swords, and a dagger. So the short swords I think are 2 pounds each.
You're fine.
Yeah.
It's a big backpack for you, by the way. I mean, it's one of the ones that's configured for Keth's massive shoulders. So it's a little unwieldy, but you can make it do.
Cool.
Anyone do anything before the chamber? I know Ray said he was refreshing off yourself. Anyone doing anything else before the chamber goes up?
Tying a
We
rope
decided-
around everybody's waist.
Who has the water skins?
Didn't Lael have
Purple
'em?
Gin and Lael.
Can we empty them and fill them with air?
Yes.
Try.
Yeah. There's enough for a whole breath of air per water skin. Yeah.
While they do that, I'm taking that 55-foot of rope and tying it around everybody's waist so we don't get
Okay.
sick.
Does anyone not want to have the rope tied around their waist?
No, I'm
No,
Okay.
No, we'll go.
I'm just going to keep that dagger in hand in case absolutely necessary.
Who has the water skins now that they've been filled with air?
I do.
All of them.
Well, no. Leo has some of it.
Yeah,
I
Jin,
would
Furball, and
assume
Lael
that
had them
if-
originally. I think we'd still have them.
Yeah, I think it would still be with the people that had them originally. It's an extra breath of air in case someone needs it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also makes it a little bit easier to be buoyant. You have these air-filled skins.
Yeah.
So the room fills in. You guys have a momentary sense of panic, except for Ray, who doesn't give a shit.
Deep
That
breath of-
yeah, that, and you start to ascend farther. You can now that the water coming in is you've become part of a larger body of water, and you can't see the surface. Is everyone just swimming up, or are you trying to swim left, right? Which way are you going?
Which way is the flow of the river?
I'm gonna
of
swim
water?
towards air.
Yeah, so you've become part of a larger body of water. So imagine you're at the bottom of a lake. But let's say that lake was in a cave. The air might be to your left or to your right. It could be just straight up, but you're not certain because you can't see that far. And there's not a current down here. It's now that the room has become one of it. The agitation of the water has equalized. Now you're just in a body of water floating.
Well, if there's no flow, then I'm gonna be swimming up.
Yeah, I can try and swim in what I believe is up while trying to look and see for anything.
Well, if you're just trying to swim up, you just let a few bubbles out of your mouth and then swim where the bubbles go.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone going up?
I feel like we have to.
Yeah.
We're all tied together, right?
Okay, up it is.
Quick
We go-
question: what's the volume of a water skin?
A
So
day's
holds a
worth.
gallon of water.
Yeah.
I say we
it seems
go
like a
in.
lot, but
So we go in whatever direction the water skin is pulling.
So up.
Well, it's filled with air, not magnets. I mean,
it's going to try to go to the surface, but the surface may be blocked. But
True.
so you guys head up to the surface. You find it. You take this huge breath of air. It was a lot longer than much of a farther swim than you anticipated. You're in this.
actually, Will, it was just the amount of swim I anticipated. Just so you know.
If you can, press out the zoom in so you can see the kind of the full picture there. As you guys pop up, there's a small amount of light, not as much as it was indicate there, coming out of the western end of the cave. Did everyone see that, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you can see off to your, as you come up off to your right, there's some sort of waterfall. Looks like there's water coming into this cave as well. It's out. I will pause right here for the break, so everyone can bio break, refill drinks, etc., and we can go from now. Sound good?
Yep.
See you guys at 9:05.
Yeah.
Was
I
Trump
think
on
with
there?
no, it was just Jimmy Fallon pretending to be Donald Trump. But what makes it really come across is how he portrays the tiny fingers.
Yeah. I love at the end. He's like, and I'm also trying to win American Idol. That was so good. Okay, so you guys swim to the top. You're in this large, voluminous underground cavern filled with water.
So I guess we should head to the light.
Carol Ann.
Or swim away from it and find a place to rest before we go that way.
I'm down for that.
Me
'Cause,
too,
I mean,
me too.
the last time we rested was back. Fuck, where was that at?
A
It
while
was
ago,
well before
yeah.
we met
It
Y
was-
and all that.
At the top of the ledge where we got the rope from the ladder.
I imagine enough time has passed as it will.
Oh yeah.
It's about
Okay.
time for a long rest.
Yeah.
So I guess we try and find a ledge in this cavernous room, not the one by the light.
Yeah. There is not a ledge in this particular cavern. It's fully aquatic. So the water goes right up to the walls, and there's not very many niches or ledges that you could climb up into. There is the second. There is a small area right at the entrance. If you look to the left of the entrance, this is the best picture I could find of an underground cave that looked awesome. So it's not exactly there, but there is a small area right at the entrance that you couldn't really make a camp, but you could do a short rest there. It's not big enough for all of you to really stretch out and rest.
Short rest is better than nothing.
Yeah, no kidding. We need to get
Yep.
something down.
Okay.
All right. So there's nothing that's going to happen during the hour, so you guys can feel free to go ahead and take a short rest. If you want to spend hit die, feel free to spend hit die.
I'm not going to spend hit die, but I am going to use my my arcane recovery to get me
Okay.
level 1 spell slot back.
And Jin and Keth, you guys get both action surge and second wind back.
Excellent.
And of course, Keth, you haven't used them, but you get all your grit.
I get my spell slots back that I didn't use.
I get nothing back, so I just kind of watch.
Use Gen Guard.
I'll get my spell slots back too, right?
Nope.
No? Or that's only for long rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a special type.
Wait, Will, what about my spell slots?
You get all of them back.
Nice.
Forever spell. Okay, so hour happens. What's Jin after your short rest? What's Jin doing?
Start moving out towards the opening.
Okay. Like I said, the light is not. It is brighter at the opening simply because it's pitch black in here, and it's lighter. It's obviously lighter on the outside here, but it's not as bright as that picture would do. What about everyone else?
After regaining my little spell and my blade song, I'm going to move alongside Jin and kind of just scout out what's beyond that little opening, just to get an idea of what we're looking forward to.
You have to swim out. The ledge that you're on does not extend outside of the cavern, and you're going to be at the very bottom of this picture, and there's not anybody on a little ferry here.
What picture?
What I'm about to show you.
Oh, okay.
So you see something that looks a larger aquatic cavern that looks just like that.
I want to call out to the people on the ferry.
Oh.
Are the ferrymen there?
No, I said they
No, they're not.
that's
That was the joke.
No, I didn't hear the part that they weren't there.
Yeah, so you see a very, very large cavern that looks like this.
Is that a city inside that giant stalactite?
How sweet would that be? And I believe you are in town. Move you guys, and this is a similar. This is once again finding underground cavern picks, aquatic caverns. This thing in the So you have it. It's voluminous, very large. You're coming out from the left here, and into this large, voluminous cavern.
I guess we're going to be swimming for a while.
It looks like it.
Give me a perception check. Who's Jen? It's gonna be you. Give me a perception check.
Just as I was going to use.
There's some ambient light in here, but it's still not light enough for you to use regular vision versus dark vision. But it is a lot brighter. It's less bright than pitch black because of the bioluminescent fungi that are in various parts of the cavern, and some of the water has bioluminescent spots. No, you're good, Fel. You don't detect anything.
Okay.
Good call, though, considering
Considering all the demons and, luminescent dark lake caverns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, unfortunately, it doesn't detect them piranha.
But it does mean there's not a demon within my line of sight or something like that.
However, piranha biting your butt off. You guys have swum. Anyone has anyone not swum out into the larger cavern?
Swimming into the cavern?
Yes, out of your particular cave into the larger cavern system.
Yeah, I was under the impression we were kind of going as a group. You're breaking up pretty bad, by the way.
I think everybody is.
Everyone is.
Damn you, earbuds.
Everyone's max headroom right now. Alright, so there are lots of spots you could go to. There are small little islands. There are stalactites and stalagmites coming together. So the background here is representative of the room that you're in right now, and the previous picture is indicative of the larger voluminous room.
I think we should head towards the far waterfall. And the fog.
Are you talking about the map that you're on, or the picture?
The picture, the dark lake.
Yeah, you guys are out of that picture. That was just the one first cave that you're in. After you swam out of that, you're in the background. That's the room that you're in.
Okay.
It's a really large room.
I guess to swim towards the big rock thing in the middle back.
Is it possible to swim around the outer edge? Or is it just too big?
You can swim around the outer edge if you want to, sure.
How many days would it take?
It's a pretty big room. It's very, very, very.
Does anybody recognize this giant stalactite city?
If you've been in the Underdark for more than a year, give me an insight check.
We
Oh.
get a bonus for every 10 years?
Jin and Fel, you guys are fairly confident you guys have stumbled upon Dark Lake.
What?
Dark Lake.
So there should be a town around here somewhere.
The town you would know would be Sloop-de-Loop, which is a Kuatoa town.
But still a dry town.
Yes. You guys are swimming. Dun, dun, and off in the distance, there's a large raft covered by a tarp. There
How
are
far in the
several.
distance?
It's probably about. It's just on the edge of your dark vision.
Wow. Normal dark vision or
Yeah, normal 120 feet dark.
superior?
Oh yeah, I guess technically superior.
Just
Now
seems
can I
normal
yell
because
out to the
party has
people
it.
in the raft?
What was that, Ken?
Now can I yell out to the people in the raft?
Yeah. Yeah, there are several figures, you can't quite make them out, that line the edge of the raft. Several of the ones in the back seem to be doing some sort of rowing, but you're not entirely certain.
I guess swim towards the raft?
Jin, swim?
Well,
No
it's
swim.
yeah, it's in front of the rock that we were heading towards, correct?
Mhm.
So we're swimming in that direction anyway.
Okay.
Yep, I'm just following suit because I can't see shit beyond 60 feet.
I'm going to move a little closer just to give it's representative of the size of the cavern. Because it's about a much farther journey than that. So it's a little bit closer there to the edge there. You swim, and as you get closer, you recognize the figures. Toa.
All
That's what
I'm
it looks like.
seeing is about 50 California rolls.
That's from a bad chef. You can get more than that.
Well, I'm not counting those fugly feet.
I whispered to
That's
Jin.
pretty-
I whispered to Jin and Verbal, "What are those things?"
Kuatoa.
I knew, but I just realized how hungry I am.
Yeah,
Something crazy ugly.
we were enslaved with one for like 8 days, right?
There was a Kuatoa in there, yes.
Well, Cat
Oh,
wasn't.
I was thinking the damn thing was a Sahagin.
No, it's a Kuatoa.
Are they friendly like the other one?
Jin and Fel, and Furball as well. You know from just being creatures of the Underdark that Kuatoa are considered to be mad. Which is odd for the one that they have a madness to them. Inherent madness. They're a little unpredictable. Which is one of the one.
They're
They're a little bit crazy.
yeah.
Well, so is Lil, but I don't say anything about that.
No. I mean like actual crazy. Like you could say hi, and they could decide to bite your head off or hug you like you're their second cousin.
Or they could literally bite your head off.
How many are on the raft?
The raft starts to turn once they've noticed you, and there seems to be about 6 of them on the raft. There's one at the head, and then there's 4 doing some sort of rowing motion, and one is sitting on the tarp. And the raft starts to turn in your direction.
I'm gonna have that
Problems.
dagger in my offhand, but swim towards them.
So they're rowing as they get to you, and the one at the front, he makes a motion with his finned hand. Are you lost?
How do you say that again?
Are you lost?
We're heading towards Sloop Tube, so
Passage for money?
How much is passage?
who has money?
I have at least.
He's got some silver.
10 silver per roll.
I only have 31 silver right now.
3 of you may come.
I look at everybody else. What happened to all that shit we found back at the tomb?
I've got it in my pack, but I can't pull it out right now because I'm swimming.
Once again, Leo has to buy everything.
It's because Lael's the only one with money.
I'm all
Lale does a little wait up, and she has like a small conversation with the Kuotoa. He goes slightly pale and takes something from her. Ooh, aboard! Quickly!
Get on board.
Yeah, we all climb on board, I guess.
All aboard.
So you guys can climb on this raft. You have to kind of wedge up. None of the Kuotoa help you. And they're all in various states of jitteriness. As you pass, some of them like smack you on the leg. The other ones just move out of the way. And they're floppy like fish when you put them on. They have these jerky actions. And then, Jim, when you walk by, one of them just pets your hair like this. They're all very, very odd. Can't quite get a grasp on them.
I want to sit next to the one with the most breading.
His name's Cal.
Gordon.
Amari.
It's a trap.
The one you sit next to, Keth, he hisses at you. He backs up like this. He's just staring at you, and he has these large fish eyes.
I want to try and imitate him. I'll make my eyes as large as possible and try to like.
He's the one on the tarp, and he holds it for an uncomfortable like 10 minutes, just, and eventually just jerks back in the other direction.
I'm sorry. Did I not pronounce it right?
Told you they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, but they're wee little fishy men. I mean, Come on. We're on a boot.
On a what?
A boot.
A what?
You're having
So-
a piss at me now. I'm gonna throw you over to the side.
We're on a boat in the middle of a lake in a cave underground with talking fish.
Sounds about right. So the raft, I'll enlarge just.
Mostly in large.
Yeah, except for the tarp. Finding a raft in the tarp on the same token is like the worst. So it looks like that, and there's supplies. There's crates of supplies that are anchored down with ropes. Those ropes stretch over the side. It looks like they go underneath the raft, and they anchor to the various sides of the tarp, holding down these crates that are stacked up at various heights. Overall, the raft could fit 4 or 5 more people comfortably. It's a very large.
Or 6 more people uncomfortably.
This feels like Oregon Trail. Which of us dies of dysentery before we get to where we're going?
One of the fish does.
I look at the fish and I say, "So, where are you coming from?"
Like as Ray's talking to him, like Furball is just lifting up the edge to see what's under there.
It's a really taut.
It's so taut.
It's so taut. It's a tarp. You can pick it up a little bit. You can tell that there are wooden crates of all kinds of sizes, and there are a lot of barrels and some sacks.
Is there a crate roughly the size of a bread box?
Yes, it's definitely bigger than a bread box, larger than smaller than a bread box. Ray, what you assume to be the captain? Question mark. Looks at you. Ooh, everywhere. Ooh.
Well, that's quite some feat you've performed there. I've never found a way to make myself everywhere at one time.
Ooh, joking?
No,
He's actually to consider it. What is your name, sir? My name is Ray Cherche.
Yarrera.
How do you spell that?
He looks at you quizzically, like spelling? What?
Was that 3 L's at the end or 4?
How many O's are in that?
Yarrero. Does that work?
Yeah. Fine. And he's gonna look back at one of the two that are the 4 that are rowing. Faster, ooh, more weight, ooh, slower, ooh, travel. Ooh. And so they kind of.
I'm just gonna randomly
fins
throw up
into it.
like a fishy Ric Flair.
Some of them like cock their heads, like, is that even a word?
Well, it seemed like the thing to do at the time.
Now, there's going to be some travel time here on the raft. Jen, Furball, Felsis, you guys are familiar with the Dark Lake. It is over 100 miles of underground tunnels, caverns, lakes, small rivers. There are also, at several points, you guys come across, and I apologize for the immersion breaking, but this is really the only way I can explain it to you guys. The Dark Lake is controlled by a series of channel locks. What will happen is that at some point, in order to go up to a higher elevation or a lower elevation, the raft will wait until the locks are opened and allowing water to come in, and then you guys can travel up these locks or down these locks depending on the elevation and where they are.
Okay.
And it's common knowledge that the Durgar have worked long and hard over centuries creating these locks to make the Dark Lake more traversable, more easily traversable.
Hashtag maritime engineers.
Yes. So at these points, you have to just sit there while the locks open and the water fills or recedes depending on the direction that you're going. Is anyone doing anything over the course of, say, the next 2 physical days?
Can we do long rest?
Can. It's not comfortable, and all you're doing is just there's no. He doesn't. The captain doesn't stop. What happens is that the Kuatoa fish time to time, and they pull up these fish and just bite the heads off, and they just eat them whole. And they mostly drag a net behind the raft, and he forces them to row faster for an hour or so as they capture aquatic life in the net. They pull it up and they slop it onto the tarp, and it's all wiggling and writhing, and it's various aquatic life, freshwater crayfish, a lot of fish, a lot of perch, some bass, some catfish. And there's nothing to cook this with. No fire.
What's
Unless you
the
guys are
raft
okay.
made out of?
Wood.
Oh,
It's,
never mind.
It's Zerk wood, and looks like it's old, but it's very well built.
Never mind.
Looks like I'm gonna be
Wood
eating
burn.
some sushi.
For eating references, I'm going to take a fish and put on the end of my blade. Does anybody have any burnables, torches, or anything like that on them?
I could set your blade on fire.
I don't need my blade to be on fire. I just need a torch that I can kind of hold it over.
Just like under like marshmallow.
Yes, do you have any torches amongst your assorted gear? You seem to be better suited for this travel.
I'm gonna use a torch on a wooden raft.
I'm going to hold
Controlled
the
fire,
torch. Or somebody can hold the torch and I can cook the fish over the torch.
Well, since I got that new mace, I would actually kind of look at my acid burned board and use that. We'd sacrifice that up for a torch.
No. If y'all want to do that, that's fine for cooking purposes so we don't get sick. And other than that, the only other thing Ray's going to be doing is studying that big netherese tome.
If only we had some citrus fruits, we could then cook the fish in the citrus juice, the acid, and have ceviche.
Sweet ceviche.
And then I
Love
also,
it.
or like the first day, I also want to kind of examine that mace too.
Okay. Keth, you mentioned that one of the Kuatoa, the one that was touching Jin's hair, reaches underneath the tarp, and he's surprisingly agile, and his elbow is bending at a very awkward angle. Pulls out.
Ooh, that looks painful.
Yeah, he pulls out several fruit.
Oh, thank you, wee fisherman. I take one of the fruits and I want to motion over to Felsus so I can get my backpack where my mess kit is, so I can get a little bowl out.
Sure. Give
Yeah,
him
hand
back
me the
his
shiny
backpack.
bowl, the good metal one. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Not a
I
problem.
pull that out, and I want to take the tip of my scimitar and cut an X into the fruit so I can squeeze the juice into the bowl, and then motion for Ray to hand me his fish. Does any of you got a sharp knife or a dagger?
Got this. And I hold out, not my father's broken sword, but the other one. It's about the equivalent of a dagger.
You've also got a
Yeah,
spider
that's
dagger.
That's no. I don't think I want the religious
I'm
items.
not going to use that one to carve up fish for dinner.
Not the religious item. I'm handing you
Yeah.
the broken sword that I got
All
at
right.
the beginning.
But I take the busted sword from Ray and gut the fish and fillet it up, and then put the fish meat in the citrus juice and the bits of pulp from the fruit, and let the citric acid cook the fish
Sure,
chemically.
it's a thick. The juice from this looks a little bit like like a passion fruit. So it's very seedy, but the juice itself is thick, like a liquor. Okay,
Syrupy.
yeah, like a fish liquor kind of thing, and it coats it in a very big, thick syrup. It smells like a sickly sweet, but not like it's rotten. It's just that seems like its smell.
Right on. I'll stir it around with the knife and then pass my mess bowl over to Ray and think it's about as cooked as it's gonna get, minus an actual flame.
I do appreciate this. Do you think we have enough to serve everybody? Maybe our Kuto friends would like to try it as well.
If you pluck the bits of fish out, I think the syrupy fruit juice is reusable to a degree. We can see how far we can stretch it.
All
I
right.
believe I read about this cooking method in an ethereal cooking book. It's been a while since I've been in the Grand Library there. I figure they're cultured enough to have ceviche.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's really they have it all. They're like the Atlantis of my favorite. You guys are off to some of to the Kuto.
Yeah, sure.
Predictably or unpredictably. Some of them slap your hands away. Some of them grab it skillfully and just shove it down in their mouth and like smash it in their face. And then,
What you're saying is they eat like ill-mannered 5-year-olds.
yes, but the syrup, they didn't quite expect the syrup, so then one of them is like rubbing his face because he gets syrup all over, but he's getting syrup even more and more places, and he's frantic, and then he just dives off of the side.
I want to look over at Ringo. I bet you that wee one's a good one at a party.
And he's like splashing his face over the syrup.
They were just like eating just the fish heads a little bit ago.
After that meal,
Sorry, Ray.
I was just gonna say, after that meal, I just pull out that tome and start reading into it, just kind of relaxing.
Okay. Jin, the one, unless you try to get away from him, one he's gonna just always trying to make his way over to you and just pet your hair.
No, I keep moving away. It's creepy.
He has no concept of personal space, so he's always right there. And most of the time he doesn't say anything, kind of breathe. It puts the lotion on its skin. You been doing anything else for the next couple days other than getting wacky with VJ methods?
Checking out that mace.
Okay. Mace itself looks like it's a mace of Lathandria, if you recognize that particular god. Does indeed has a starburst head, and the spikes are rays of sunlight that come out. It's if you hit with it, you can cause it to briefly become a torch for just a moment. No, the flame doesn't stay. Very powerful, like when you would see a quick burst of flame in a concert, and it's going to do an additional point of fire damage whenever it hits. But other than that, it doesn't have a +1 to attack.
I'm just gonna study the dagger. It's pretty much always in my hand right now.
Yeah. It's an old sacrificial dagger of Loth, much older than any that you can recall seeing, and it's probably at least a millennia old. It's just a +1 dagger, but very ancient.
Can I history check it?
When you get to a place that has some books, you can do
Cool.
some cross-referencing on pictures. Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, it's just too ancient.
Like my wife.
Burn!
Sick burn.
You're older than I am.
Ooh, backdraft.
Yeah, the actual Menza, whatever her name was. 2 days in, there's the captain. Some of you are resting and just kind of sleeping, and then you are awoken by very choppy waters. One of the water locks has malfunctioned, and while waiting, you guys started to slip down the different locks, and the raft is hitting, and it's a very, very violent ride. Once you hit the last water lock, part of the back raft snaps off and is just hanging there. It's connected only by just a few Zerkwood strands, and at the end of the channel locks, the raft runs aground on a small mound that's roughly the size of, I would say, 2 house yards, like average house yards. In the center of it is hut. It's very crude, and it looks like it's made with old moss over top of stretched and curved Zerkwood. On the outside, there's Zerkwood laid in a stack. Looks like for maybe fires, and the whole thing is roughly about 20 to.
Oh, before we get too far ahead of it, these are my 2 Arcana checks for looking at the tome before we get into this hut. Ouch.
Nope.
Well, second one's better. You're finding this Netherese code tough nut to crack, but you're slowly working on it. You know that every wizard has their own code to decipher. So Netherese were especially adept at creating these very hard to decipher codings for their spells. You have a little bit of an advantage because you're privy to, familiar with the Nether.
All right.
I want to try and make sure that any food underneath the tarp is, on dry land.
So the tarps, yeah, it's you're on a mound, and the Kuato, some of them are freaking out, and some of them are very calm. There's a wide range of emotions going on. The captain is giving orders. Harvest Zerkwood. Fix the raft. Scheduling. And he's giving out orders. Some of them they're all doing the things that he says, but there's different levels of energy and excitement to the commands and to the reception of the commands that he's giving.
Okay.
He's being very loud about this in a uncommon for Underdark kind of way.
I want to look at everyone and head towards the hut. I guess we should see who lives here before they loot his Zerkwood.
I'm gonna go towards the hut as well.
I'm going to go in and investigate it and everything first.
Okay. I'm keeping you guys on.
I wonder if he has time for tea.
You start walking up. You hear this. Ugh, who's making so much noise? And this average-sized female dwarf walks out. She has long red hair. It's braided to the back and then into her beard. And she has this pickaxe in her hand and some sort of trowel in the other. Who's causing all the noise?
How old is she?
She looks to be youngish. You would say if in dwarven and human years, she's probably about in her mid.
But she doesn't look
Okay.
familiar to us.
No.
Thank you.
She has bronze skin, probably a shield dwarf, but you're not entirely certain. Definitely a surface dwarf as far.
The Guato are making all the noise. The sluice gates broke.
I want to call out in Dwarven. Whoa there, lady of the island. How fare thee?
I'd be faring a lot better. You get off me island.
Whoa, now pardon the intrusion. We just need to take on a bit of supplies. Surely you can spare some supplies to repair the raft, or else we won't be going anywhere. Then you'll have a whole dozen of us for tea. Do you have a bit of tea?
Who doesn't have tea?
Well, this
Tea.
morning.
Puts her
Lunch?
hands across her chest in a very combative type of defensive manner. If you be wanting supplies, you're gonna have to be earning them.
What are your terms?
How?
I got me a problem. Cannot get me research done. Got me a problem with some. Did we just lose each other?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Lost everybody.
Did your
Oh, there it comes back.
my whole roll 20 closed out?
Oh yeah. I lost everybody. Now you guys just pop back in. Well, most of you except for Colin. Matt's camera's bonkers.
I was fixing it.
It's all good.
What kind
Stop
of
being
box?
bonkers, Matt. God.
Sorry.
Give Colin a chance to go back in.
Next time I'll hack roll 20 better.
Right.
There's Idris.
Nobody's cameras are working.
Yeah, you may have to refresh again, or maybe check your settings. Maybe they're down to none, and none.
If you drop them to none and none and then put them back to what you want to share, it'll come back.
Is mine working for everybody else besides Colin?
Other than the fact you haven't moved.
Nick's like one of those snakes that sits on the rock for like 5 hours. Don't know if he's.
So I'm not moving right now.
All right, everybody just came back.
Nice move.
Welcome back.
And you're gonna. Sorry. So back to my horrible Scottish accent.
Competing with my horrible Scottish accent.
Yours is wrecking it. That man's. I got me a scrag problem. Maybe you good-for-nothings can help me.
Maybe you can.
Well, surely we'd help a shield lass as pretty as yourself.
Flattered will get you everywhere. You orc.
Well, my name's Keth Black Anvil. It's a pleasure to meet you. Tell us more about your scrag problem.
Sounds like a venereal disease.
Oh, Shrey.
My name is Aurel Summerwind. Of Summerwinds. And she looks very uncomfortable.
Well, it suits you. That's a fine beard you've got there.
Of course it is. Trying to get me research done. Can't do it with these scrags and these sturges around.
What are you researching?
It's none of your business.
Well, I'm just asking because maybe I can help. I fancy myself a bit of a man about things. I know a bit of this and a bit of that.
What does an orc know?
I'll have you know, I was part of Clan Black Anvil.
I'll believe that when the patriarch of Black Amber comes down here and braids me beard.
Like he's got time to put his hands all over your beard. You know he's got plenty of his own wives to look after. As for that, I can show you my skills any time. Just bring me to your hearth. I've got my blacksmith tools right here.
All right, orc. We'll put you to the test. Got
Well,
several things that need to be repairing.
Well, bring it on, you wee bonny lass.
He's gonna just turn around and harumph back into the hut.
I'll look at Keth as he's talking to her, or after he gets done talking to her. Say, well, I got a challenge for you here as well. This is my father's old blade, trying to get it fixed.
I'll bear that in mind, Ray, but your challenge doesn't come with a beard that fine, nor such impressive attributes. I give him a wink on my way to whatever challenge the dwarven lady has for me.
Okay, so she goes into the back and she starts scrambling around, throwing things, and she finds several trowels and some pickaxes and shovels that are dented, broken, dire need of repair. Me heart's in the back.
All right then. I'll get this fixed up lickety split then. I want to gather them up and take them back there, and I'll go out and get my backpack and bring out my smithing gear in so I can start hammering it out.
Okay.
So where are these Sturgis and Scallywag problem coming from?
You be talking, Drow? You be talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. You want our help, right?
Back yonder. Several caves down. Keep attacking. I won't be able to hold them off forever. She motions like down, and there's a row of caves, which is very common for this particular section of Dark Lake. You guys have come into this section, and it's one of the more intricate sections of Dark Lake, and it's clear that if you didn't know where you were going in this particular section, you could get lost years trying to sort out the paths that these tunnels take and where they lead to. You're very happy you have the crazy Kotos with you because they obviously know where they're going.
Right.
Over on that side, she's waving over there. Who knows which cave they be in today?
So is it right or left?
And so if you guys are on the mountain, it's off to your right. Ahead of you from where you've crashed.
Okay. I also want to check on the Kuatoa while Kath is doing the repairs. And if it looks like they're going to be done soon, I want to... I can't say how to... What word I'm looking for here. I want to underhandedly slow them down.
Well, the Kuatoa are, once again, in various states of energy, and they've taken the tarp off of raft, and they're taking everything off of all the boxes off the raft and setting them into different piles and rolling up the tarp.
Okay. I'll check on them again before we head out. I just want to make sure that they're not going to finish and leave, without us.
Okay. Keth, I'm going to need some rolls here. These things are pretty badly damaged. They're dinged up, rusty. The shovel is, where it comes to a point, has been curled back. It's like someone tried to use it against some rock that it never should have been used against. Or maybe they encountered some rock and they were just really strong and they used.
All right. So, what kind of rolls do you want? Bearing in mind, I have the metalsmith kit and I'm proficient with it.
Yes. So it'll just be a strength check with your proficiency. There's no skill involved.
Okay.
Attached. But since you have the tool, you can add your proficiency. So you could even do a strength save. Warriors get strength save. Okay, give me one more. Oh, okay. Well, there's enough material here you have to consolidate down from 4 shovels to 3, and from 7 pickaxes 5. But you're able to use the extra scraps to reshape the handles, rebind new heads to the better handles, and you're able to melt down most of that stuff. There's also a little bit of scrap here if you wanted to try your hand at making some spark fireless shells.
Well, I'm going to ask her permission before I use her scrap like that.
Take what you want. Junk to me.
Well, I'll put it to good use, but what say you about my work here? I told you.
Adequate for an orc.
Ugh, you're full of it. If I'd have been born a dwarf, I'd be the pride of the entire clan. The only thing holding me back is the fact that I'm ill-shaped and strangely sized. But my skill is all dwarf. No finer son of black anvil will you find.
That's a mighty big if. Orc.
I'm a mighty big fellow. And on that, I'm going to go back and try and turn those things into bullets or shells.
This is going to be a little bit more difficult. It's going to be a dex check here because this is a much finer process. This is where you've kind of been getting into snags because shaping them and stuff.
All right, so dex, do I get my proficiency bonus?
Yeah, it's a dex save with proficiency bonus. So.
All right.
If you
Well,
want
that
to,
would just be straight dexterity +2 because my dex save is not a proficiency save.
Yeah, no, you could just add the check if you wanted for this particular.
I want to spend my inspiration. My spirits are buoyed by my recent success, so it'd be a 19 because that doesn't include the +2 proficiency.
Okay, so the first one you make, it's not turning out well, and you have a spark of an idea, and you take several different pieces and you start creating a stronger metal that's more resistant to the hammer, and you're really able to make some very nice bullets. You can make 20 bullets out of it. And with the caps as well. Casings plus everything. But of course they're in 2 different piles because you haven't stamped them on yet. Sparkfire.
Yeah, there's still no propellant.
Yeah.
So I have how many? You broke up. I have how many cases and how many actual bullets?
So that brings you to 40 total. Spark fireless. Go ahead, Phil.
Once Keth is done, I was going to ask her, should we go Surge and Scallywag hunting?
Yeah, let's do that. What says everyone else?
Let's go.
I am.
Okay. The Kutoa just finished moving all of the crates off. Looks like they're picking the raft up as one, pushing it over. So they can look at the damage on the underside.
Okay. I want to move some of the crates in the boxes like around. So I want to make another pile with crates from different boxes.
So it's not
He's
stacked evenly?
He's looking
Right.
at Dave their progress.
I want to screw up their stacking system.
When you're there, like several of them are smacking your hands while you do it, but they don't overtly try to stop you. And they have those really stingy webbed claws, so when they smack you, it red welt. Oh, it doesn't damage, but it's sure does sting.
How bad does the raft look?
It's pretty beat up. The bottom is very cracked, and of course the one whole wing of it is snapped off at the back, so they're going to need to repair that. Looks like a snapped mast on a pirate ship. It's just hanging there by threads.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then I'll head back so we can head over to go sturge hunting. Or dirge hunting, or whatever the hell.
Scrag.
Scrag, dirge, sturge.
There's some beasties. We need to get them.
So how are you guys going about this?
As ill prepared as possible.
Well, I'm gonna sneak.
Like it, Jen. What form are you in right now?
I'm still in draw form.
Okay. How? What's your approach here? You've got to go up some cave systems and kind of explore them to find where these scrags are. Give me, actually, everyone, give me an insight roll. Let's see if you know what a scrag is.
Nope.
Sorry, Furball. I know that's not your strongest stat.
Nope.
I clearly established earlier in dialogue that I have no clue what it is.
Yeah, it's true. Ray, you know what they are. Scrags are aquatic trolls.
Oh, shite. So has anybody ever fought aquatic trolls before?
Nope.
No.
I was just kidding earlier about the VD. This is a terribly nasty creature. Akin to normal trolls, but they have the capability of swimming extremely fast.
I went swimming with halflings once, but I don't think it's the same thing. You get them wet though, and they've got a mass of fur all over their feet. It is extremely disgusting.
Let's not swim with the aquatic trolls then.
Probably a good idea.
I want to try and sneak into like the first cave, I guess. Is it like a series of caves or a couple of options of caves?
It's a series. Just within eyesight, you can see about 10 or 15 caves of various depth.
Well, I'd like to use Rowdy Piper stealth, which is where I stomp around outside the cave yelling at, "Hey, you wee big Nazi! Come on out!"
Does that check allow me to know at least that trolls are, or that these are fire, or fire helps not allow them to regenerate or whatever?
Nah, they're a little too low for a full-on anatomy knowledge roll.
We're gonna be
I
fighting.
thought that was like common knowledge about trolls, though.
Remember, you guys are first-level characters, so you haven't built up a breadth of knowledge yet.
We're actually third-level characters,
It's
Will.
actually your third level, sorry.
Do we
Trying to
know how
short my
many trolls we're
experience.
dealing with?
What?
Do you know how many trolls we're dealing with?
You didn't ask and she didn't say.
The
More than
business
one?
So we're
card
not
left
near her still.
Yeah, the business card left behind said Scrag and Company, but it didn't really tell us how many company stood for, so...
Oh. I was muted
I
earlier, wasn't
wasn't
I?
sure if she was still with us.
I think you were, yeah.
Because when she first started talking about it, I did ask. Or I was trying to ask for how many we're dealing with, but I was muted. So oh well.
Sorry, Furble.
We'll find out the fun way.
Yeah,
Perfect.
possibly go wrong.
So, Keth, are you doing the come and fight me? Beat on your chest?
Yeah. Stomping around and like, come on out, you wee bastards.
I'm doing the stealth thing, like near the caves. He's doing that in front of, but not in front of them. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
You web-footed fuckers.
Sorry, I need your characters there so I can get you.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
And I've got that dagger in my offhand instead of the pitted short sword.
I'm going to go ahead and precognitively cast Mage Armor upon myself.
Like it. So, Ray. You are quite surprised when from behind you, you hear the water slightly part and you are attacked by
Oh, they're so cute.
Just because I have something that looks like horns.
He's a gangly fucker.
And looks like he was swimming in the water. Kind of caught you guys unawares.
Nobody catches Kith Black Anvil unawares. I ceded the initiative to him because I like a challenge.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I love it. Yay. What
Dude,
the
how
fuck?
much multi-attack does this guy got?
This claw bite.
I'm waiting for the bend over penetration to attack for 8 bludgeoning damage.
So sorry, I have to do the target, so I don't see the rolls until I'm done rolling them. So he comes up and he claws you. He has this club in his hand, but it looks like it was just for walking. He claws you, drops the club, take 9 slashing damage. Comes down, and you're so surprised you drop back. The second claw misses, but you weren't expecting him to just reach forward and bite your shoulder.
So how dead are you, Ray?
I'm not dead.
Phew. I guess I'm used to paper wizards.
I'm a tanky wizard. I got 12.
Unstealthily, several of these start to fly in.
That is the grossest creature D&D has decided to make. It looks like all the unused foreskins in the world were combined to make that. And then they gave it the head of a New York sewer rat.
A very
That's
poorly
awful.
trimmed. Yeah.
It looks like a bat wing from a nutsack.
It does. It looks
Yes.
so bad.
With hands everywhere. Just
It looks so bad. It's so bad.
You just ruined roast beef sandwiches for like the next week for me, Will.
Sorry, I apologize. Give me some initiative, my friends.
Did you clear the old initiative?
All slippery mid-do. Don't do it. Dude.
I am down.
Don't roll.
It's okay. You could just get rid of that roll.
Now roll. Sorry.
What?
Now roll your initiative. I forgot to take everybody off. My apologies.
Oh,
That worked out much better for me.
that worked out worse for me. All right, now your wizard's gonna go down.
Well, Ray, your armors right now is 16, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but with them rolling them 20-somethings, it doesn't matter.
Well, on that one it didn't, but
If it gets to my action, I'll have a 20.
Savor the flavor. That's the best initiative I'll ever have.
It can get better.
Not the way I roll.
Well, that's true.
My initiative has been consistently poop.
I can only get 1 point better.
I can get 8 better. Look at
Well,
all
that's
these
what
flying bats.
It was nice knowing you.
Alright.
Yep.
So, it's not working where it's like popping in, so I don't. Oh wow, they're.
It is. It's just adding another one. The 23 popped in.
I think it's overwriting that one.
Because I'm using the. Okay. So. Sturge one. So he flies in, or as his name is, Sturgier.
He sturges in.
They see him
And-
sturgeon.
Then he flies in, he attaches himself to you, and starts to try to drain your blood, but your armor is there, and he can't get his proboscis in.
So all he does is fondle your hair.
Yeah. But he is still attached to you. Verbal.
Oh, let's see. Is this one here next to me at melee range?
Yeah, they all flew in. The Sturges came in and gathered around everybody that wasn't Ray Shashay, since the Scrag was quietly stalking him. So everyone has a Sturge on them.
All right.
Just flying. They're flying around you like these ugly little bats.
I will swing at that one next to me. There. Which one is that? No, it's 13. Okay. With my nice new mace thing. Crush.
Well, it's not 5 but I don't know why it's 5 magical. You crush this thing, head of proboscis squish, and blood goes everywhere. Hit its blood sac.
Everywhere.
It's only +1. It's only +1 to fire.
Yeah, I did. Because I've also got my right damage, so it's a D4 with a
Oh.
+1. I just did a D4 +1.
Keth, Black Anvil.
How close to the Sturge is me? Can I engage it in melee?
Yeah,
That one right over my shoulder.
it's flying around your head like a crazy bat. Ace Ventura style.
There's something on the wing. Not this bullshit again. Hold on.
So sweet. Scimitar.
Ah, but I miss. Why did he do Dragon's Breath? That's not right.
Yeah, it's
It's a good thing that's not right.
Sorry, hold on. My scimitar is now gone from my sheet. It was
it's probably
there.
because
Now
Roll
it
20
is not.
crashed. It's probably because
Probably, yeah.
That mother. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have, just double check real quick, make sure you have melee and ranged on.
Yeah.
I do, but it totally. I'm having to put my scimitar back in.
Gotcha. I've just seen mine when it crashed once, the melee was just turned off.
You know what, Matt? Not everyone's like you. Okay. Thanks.
There.
No.
Still misses, but.
Yeah, you can click on the guy. Yes, this one. 14 AC. Fell's ass.
So I'm gonna stab the dirge on me with my main sword first.
Okay. Yes, you're having a hard time fighting these bats.
And then with the dagger.
Okay. So amazing. So it's flying around and it's just really discombobulating you. You're just like trying to stab it, but it's like, and it's like crazy bat wings as its proboscis is trying to like find your neck. It's trying to like latch on. Just can't get a good solid hit. You feel like there's like some
flying rats.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Have a good time.
You got back just in time.
Just in
It's
time
like
to fall.
Slices you for 7.
I'm down already.
Whatever.
Drooling
Kath,
face.
by the way, you are not at full life.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
We had like 3 days of rest.
Yeah, everyone should be full.
Oh, okay.
He comes over after felling Ray Charchet with his claw. He tries to claw you, and then the surprise bite to the face as he bites your cheek and lip. You can feel like his spittle go into your mouth.
You bit the sturge, dude.
He probably did.
No, I mean literally. That's
Yeah,
the AC that you bit. You bit the sturge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Awesome move. Congratulations. We appreciate that.
That's really badass. That's pretty amazing.
I feel it's apropos. Enemies turn on each other. I mean, you know.
Maybe he thought a flying rat would be tasty.
This is a crazy troll.
Sturge are bloodlusty. That sumbitch gonna jump on me. I can already tell.
So you missed me with the claw, but you hit me with the bite.
Yeah, got you with the bite.
Gotcha.
He bites you in the cheek/lip. Felsus, you're so out of it that the bat, the sturge, comes around, lands on your back, and puts his proboscis and he drains 4 points of blood from you. 4 points of damage. Now he's stuck on you.
You got a nut sack on your neck.
Jin.
Okay, the one that's on me, I'm going to first attack with my short sword, and then I'm gonna try to bash it with my shield.
Okay. Yeah, it's the one right down from you is when it's on you. Okay, so hold on, that kills it. You stab straight through its blood sac. It pours blood onto the ground and then just collapses, flapping its wings, sticking with its head cut off. You could move to attack something else if you wanted, like the giant.
I think I'm gonna go up here and try to help Kath and Ray.
Go ahead.
But I would have to use my shield at that point, right?
If you want to bash with your shield, you could use action surge.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do action surge.
Smart.
I just want to make sure since I'd already said that.
Yeah. You can bash with the shield still if you want.
I'm gonna do ice knife. Or can I not do that?
Yeah. Ice knife instead of attacking if you want. Ray, it's an option in your character sheet to select item, select target. And what happens anytime you have a targetable action, it'll give you a plus symbol and a little message on the screen. If you go to the little cog icon, it'll say
show target's AC on attack.
Yep. And name and
name or whatever, so you can and it'll say it won't say hit or miss, but it'll say the AC.
Okay.
I don't know if you know AC.
What about the show target's name on attacks and saves?
Then
you can do that too. It'll say what you're attacking, like how it says I attack you.
Okay.
That way. All right, so that definitely hits.
Holy ball.
So he needs to make a dex save, right? Or no, everything. It's
everything
him and
within
everything
5
else,
feet
right?
has to make a dex save.
Including the creature,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or take an additional 11 gold.
Mm-hmm.
For one.
Oh no.
How many things are next to him?
Just two. The one was an accidental Constitution save.
Oh.
I gotta make a save too.
And you're down,
No.
so you can't.
No, you're fine. No,
Oh, I thought
you're down.
spells.
You're down. Bottom. Yeah, you're totally fine.
Okay. I just remember you saying spells don't discriminate amongst enemies and friends, and
No,
both me.
yeah, they don't. But I also have a version of Spell Sculpt on permanently in this campaign. Means if anything has a save, it can save for half. Your allies are automatically saved for half, and if they save, they take, which is the Spell Sculpt ability for evokers. But in this case, you're down, so it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Would they take half damage for that?
No, it does save success.
No
damage,
additional damage.
no damage.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So it did 6 damage to him.
Yeah.
Got it.
What was the save target?
13.
Yeah, okay, so I saved for none.
Chop Jen. Still want to try to bash with his shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking of hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I noticed in 5th edition they don't have. That's what I was just about to ask if you could shield bash.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I'm
feat
okay
for
with
it.
Shield Bash. Yeah, I'm okay with Shield Bash. Even outside the feed, if you want to use your bonus action, Shield Bash, I consider most shields a light weapon. You don't get any of your extra bonuses with. Okay, so you actually cast Life Knife, run up, smack him in the nose with your shield, and you see his troll eyes water and go slightly cross for just a moment. Ray, I will need the save. Oh, you already did it. Got it. Ray's not looking good. Ray's sucking wound right now. Okay, so Keth, that horrible surge managed to land. And he's right on your side. Puts his proboscis right up into your armpit. You can feel him draining the blood. You take 4 points of damage. Verbal.
All right. We'll start out. You said that one Sturge is on Felsus, right?
Yep.
Yes, I think right now both Sturges are attached. Yeah. So one's on Felsus and one's attached to Black Anvil.
Well, he's gonna.
Kill this flying rat.
Yeah, basically, he's gonna look over to the one on Felsus, and with a bonus action, put Hex on it. And walk over and hit it again.
Okay.
Oh, wait, here we go. That gives me an extra thing. There it is. I'm gonna inspire that.
Okay. So you almost miss, and then you're like, I'm not going to let this thing get away from me. And Felsus moves in the right combination, and you come in with the mace, and Felsus, you're covered in blood. As its blood sac explodes all over you. It's warm because it's your blood.
It's not supposed to be on the outside like that, though.
Correct. Was that a bonus action to cast that?
It is, yep. And then
Okay.
whenever I kill something, I get to move it. So we're gonna move it over to the Scrag.
Okay. Keth, you have this thing sucking deep into your armpit.
Can I get it off of me? Like,
Yeah,
grab
it
pull
doesn't
off?
even require. It doesn't require an action. You can just pull it straight off. Yes, 'cause
Fair enough.
it's essentially immobile. It's proned itself while it's doing.
All right.
So you can rip it off and it'll start flying again. Or you can try and stab it. Might risk stab yourself, or smack it, or
Grab it and squeeze.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just like wring its scrawny little sewer rat neck?
if you punch it, you're only going to do 1 point of damage.
I'll pull it off and I'll chop at it with my scimitar.
Okay.
You don't have a strength modifier, Keth?
Like a +2.
Oh,
You
Makes
don't get
sense.
you don't get the D4 unless you're a monk.
no, but you get 1 plus your strength modifier to any unarmed strike, even if you're not
Sure.
proficient.
Oh, it's Oh, wait.
So you pull it out, blood sprays as this proboscis comes deep from well within near your ribs. Sprays blood, you pull it out of then with your left hand, right hand, hack it in half as blood goes everywhere. Sturgeon's only half minded. That was a pretty rocking hit.
That's like
Well,
max damage for me for this
yeah.
scimitar.
Yeah, you wrecked it. Felsus.
So I want to move down here. Can I pull Ricochet to the other side of me and still lay on hands on him?
Absolutely.
Do it.
You can use the remainder part of your move to essentially move him.
Yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll lay on hands on him for 5.
Okay.
Get him to the chopper.
Ray, you're up.
Right.
Well, I mean, awake, rather.
I don't suggest you go one-on-one with trolls.
It snuck up on me. What in the nine hells has happened here?
It's very quiet. The silent troll.
Troll.
Exactly.
We get some. Poor
Jen.
Jen.
He comes up, you bash him in the nose. He's very ticked off at you. Watery eyes, he slashes at you for 13, and comes at you with the second hand, but he's still feeling the wateriness and misses.
I cast shield.
Oh, wow, gee, really?
Ooh, excellent use of a reaction.
What's your AC with shield?
+5. So translation,
so
the-
eat a
19.
bag of baby dicks.
Okay, so he comes with the first one, and he's about to claw you, and then pang, the 4 sparks of shield fly in, and you can see that you would have been sliced right in the chest if you had not done that. He is taken aback by that, misses with the second one, but is able to finally dart forward past the shield and bites you right in the ear. He takes like part of your earlobe off. For 8 points of
8 points.
8 points of damage for an earlobe? Dude.
Okay, as I cast shield, I'm going to move back just a little bit. Can I do that?
No.
I see on Changelings that earlobe is where they keep their heart.
That is. Now it's your turn, Jen.
Bite
I
him
have a
back.
question that I'm hoping anybody can help me with. Okay,
Mhm.
so thought about using my purple flame blade, but that allows me to attack another target. But since there's only the one target, can it just attack him twice or not?
It's no effect if it's green flame blade. It has to have a target within 5 foot to do your modifier to it.
Yeah.
I can't attack him twice then if I use that,
No.
right?
Not unless
I
you're
will
burning
use-
your or wait, have you already done your multi-hit action?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, then no,
Yeah.
you can't.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so I'm going to use magic missile.
Magic break
And
whistle
I'll-
away.
All towards him.
Okay. Nice hits.
I bet he wishes he had a shield right now.
I see what you did there. All right, so slam. So he's busy. He hits you. He gets the ear, and then he pulls back, and then as he does that, you slam 3 missiles into him, rocking him back a little bit. Ray.
So I'm going to hell, I don't know. I'm just gonna move over to the side. I still don't know that fire does anything bonus to him, and I'm going to emulate Jin by throwing a magic missile at the creature.
About to find out.
Good idea.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So boom, 3 more hits. So he gets hit with 6 missiles inside of 12 seconds. Purple.
So, something I forgot to mention. On Hex is I get to pick one stat that he has disadvantage on checks on, so Dex.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that last time, but then I'll run over here next to him. And
Chicago.
crap.
Shish kebab? Chicago?
Ah, no crack.
Chicago. Yeah, so you come in and he was rocked back so much by the magic missiles, he ends up taking this involuntary step back, thinking another set's coming in. That actually saved him from your attack. Just barely whiffed coming in. Keth.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use my action surge to scimitar it up.
Thought we were gonna see some grit.
Not for a troll. I gotta conserve ammo until I can figure a way to make more.
Okay. You're able to get in next to Jin. A nice quick slice on his calf. And one more. And his calf is bloodied up. He himself is not bloody, but his calf's doing pretty.
Too bad we're not fighting his calf.
Right?
He's also really tall. He's a little bit taller than you. Not too
Aren't
much.
they like 10 feet tall?
Well, yeah, but they're also hunchbacked.
Hunched over, yeah.
So if you were to do the stretchy out, Felsus.
I'm gonna move in front of Ray here and attack him with my main hand and my short sword.
Okay.
And by that I meant my short sword and the dagger.
I know what you meant.
This dagger was not meant to be in my hand.
Clearly not.
Right?
Okay, so you come in, you get him with the one, but the dagger is just right off of his tough hide.
You'd think this super sharp sacrificial dagger of Loth would have more penetrating power.
She's a fickle bitch.
Clearly, I'm not going after the rib cage, and that's why.
Yep, that's why. She's very unhappy about that. You see some of his wounds start to close Wolverine style.
Why the hell is he healing?
I don't know, but it'll be a long fight if we don't figure a way to make him stop.
All right, so Jen, your shield is still up, but the first two do indeed hit. He was able to slash really fast, and you take 20 points of damage, but he misses off the shield as his teeth can't penetrate the force barrier.
I take 20 points.
And it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move back first because I'm very hurt. And then I'm going to.
Wait, if you move too far back, then he gets an attack of opportunity.
Unless you disengage.
Yeah.
You can use your action to disengage and then back away without an
Screw
opportunity.
you, baby.
Sorry, it's not me. I'm the universe. This
It's
troll is living
you.
here. You guys took on a mission. The dangers of the Underdark.
As long as you
Okay,
don't.
I'm gonna. All right. I want to first use Ray of Frost, and then I'm going to use my second wind. Try to regain some hit points.
Okay.
My sheet's like really slow. Sorry.
This troll hits like a truck.
Yes.
Berserker.
Yeah, so the Ray of Frost comes in and marks wide, freezing a patch of water right behind him. Ray.
Goodness. All right. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, and
That's a new
take
one.
Yep, I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, and I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back and activate my blade song, and then prepare to make a charge next round.
Okay.
I'm taking a 5-foot step in the direction of what you told me
Oh, okay.
to get an idea of what it is.
I haven't seen the use of mirror image in